Oh, this is harsh. No. Oh, what?
Fix this.
Oh no, this is terrible. Fuck. I'm a Grey Warden. I need your help. We shouldn't keep telling everyone that.
You put me in a difficult position.
This is a Kunari. Kunaris are human-like, but they are bigger and stronger and have some unique looks about them.
Have the villagers not spoken of this?
No, they haven't, but who did you murder? What happened? That still doesn't explain it. Alright, back in the temple we go. To Sten's cage, now.
Now we threaten priests. How fun.
Whoa, whoa!
Okay, so why are you so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Can you elaborate? Oh, hugs. Who is this?
Not the culprit who destroyed our family. It was him, without question.
Yep.
Of course you
Fleet
did.
knob. I will investigate it immediately.
Oh, Maker.
Level! Statue up there that I'm pretty sure I should check out. Whoa, that's a big upset tree. You stupid tree! We're just minding our own business. Oh, bitch slapped me off the edge. Alright, she's got some mad forest powers. But okay, I'll play your games, Mr. Map Designer. Ogren, get in the fight, you wally. Oh, get off me. Gross. Hit him, Ogren.
Adam Warlock?
Yeah, him. She thinks in bleats. It translates weird.
Yeah, there's no shortage of weird when Mantis is around, but I love it.
Mantis! I've got so many questions.
I know, and I want so many answers. Like, seize the means of production. Or, it's not just a rash. Or, yes, it is gluten-free.
Not the answers I was looking for, but now I'm wondering about the questions.
What question?
Get back, you son of a bitch. Oh, there's another Scion over there. Pikachu, use Thunderbolt now! Conveniently sitting on this table here, it looks like a bad paperweight or a stamp. He is force lightning typing. Wave. Yes, look at that. It's like a lovely flamey flower. The anti-gravity spacey jumps. Whee!
I still think our best interests involve an airlock.
Oh, Jacob, you're always so grumpy. I didn't know. Damn tits, though, says Kadum. I didn't know you could hit on Samara. I'd never seen that before. Oh, it's taking a bit to wake it up. Oh, is it booted up? It has. Damn, that's a big tree. Like a mountain-sized tree. Oh, come on, guys. You gotta clean your car every now and again. There we go. I was gonna say, we should be able to climb it, right? This is what happens when you don't clean your damn walker. Whoa, I thought I was gonna have to do that. Excuse me, fellas. Can I drive?
Hey! Who are you?
Oh, it's this guy. Yes. Same actor, same character from Rogue One. Get out of here, you Imperial bastards.
Gotta take them out. You alright?
Didn't think of that.
No, we are not doing that again.
Why not? That was fun. Shadowlands, that's where we're going. I think I've been to the Shadowlands in a different game too. About 20 minutes, half an hour, roughly, depending on what unfolds in here. So definitely not finishing today. I suspect we must be getting close to being finished next Monday, Tuesday. Whoa, look out. Oh, poor doggo got hit. It's alright, he'll walk it off. Just dodged it. Upgraded the genophage to really stop them from repopulating? Oh, that's interesting.
Or devastating war. Best solution for whole galaxy. Krogan included. Everyone's depending on us. We won't let them down.
Yeah, no pressure.
Just don't make them like you anymore, Shepard.
Yes. Serious face.
Interesting. Would someone like to tell me how this information slipped the net?
Oh, boom, kick him, yeah. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, wow, we actually took him down. That was quick.
You're in the wrong place, honey. Strippers' quarters are that way.
You're a tough guy.
You'll need to know more than that if you want to survive.
I can handle myself.
The Watcher don't like humans.
He shows up, usually at the worst possible time, and screws with our work. He can't die soon enough if you ask.
It's a bit like Batman. Renegade action time. Oh, I don't know. Archangel's got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
Moving to cover.
Reload and charge. Boom, shakalaka. And charge. Boom, yeah. Do a nice somersault. Reload. My health is low. Look at this guy pirouetting to stand up. Very graceful. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Let's go on it. And we come into here. We should be live now. Yes. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. This is Nerdedness. I'm Shade. In the background is already Grizz. How we doing?
Hello. Yeah, good.
Excellent. So, tonight, no, this afternoon it is our local time. We are doing some mod making. Grizz is going to be playing some Starfield in the background. We're going to be chatting about Starfield and modding. I'm going to be making at least one mod, possibly a second, depending on how we go for time. And we're going to be, talking about the modding community, modding do's and don'ts. I've got this whole little tutorial thing we're going to run through later to try and explain how modding works. Because, especially with the new generation of players coming to Starfield and console-based mods, there are a lot of people that are accidentally breaking their game, and there's a lot of mod creators that are also making more dangerous mods without realizing it. So we're going to be hooking into that. Now, what do I need to do? I need to go to that. Yeah, we'll go to that, sir. So you can see Grizz's gameplay up in the corner, and I can see it too, and we can listen to it. And Grizz is brand new into Starfield, and he got caught pickpocketing, so now he's pretty much a wanted felon in New Atlantis, and everyone is going to attack him. Didn't you just load already?
Yeah, I did it again.
How did I do pickpocketing? I think I must have just loaded whenever it failed.
Okay. Yeah. I was just trying to see if it came up with a, the Skyrim version of you've got a good chance, you've got a bad chance.
I thought it did. Doesn't it show your percentage?
Not that I saw.
Maybe that comes with more skill points into it.
Yeah, level 5 I am absolutely useless. But I ragdoll like a champion, so...
Oh, yeah. Anyway, welcome back to Midnight Tabby from your cruise holiday. It's great to have you back with us, and it's awesome to see you again. And Frosty joins us too. Hope your shift at work today was good. The plan is we're going to run for about, 4 or 5 hours. We'll see how we go this afternoon. It's just a bit of a chat and hangout, bit of a mod jam. I'm hoping some people will have some mod questions. If not, I'm just going to talk some shit. Grizz will talk some shit with me at the same time. And we'll go from there. So what I am doing to get us started is I am working on, I've just started it and set it up. I'm making a mod template for gear, custom gear or custom armor. So if you are a mod author who is making some new armor or some new weapons, this will be something I would like you to just steal, copy, download, plagiarize, whatever you want to call. Use this as a base. Because lots of people who are new to it, who might be good at 3D modeling, are not good at understanding the way that leveled lists work in this game. And multiple authors have created edits to leveled lists which means there can only be one. Only one mod would win out. But there's ways we can change that with scripting. So I'm going to have that all set up. That's the intention. And then once I've created this, we'll also do a demo of this template. I'll post it onto Bethesda.net. I'll post it on the Nexus. For whether it's a free mod, a paid mod, a mod you're going to push somewhere else, I don't care. Use this. The point is to protect players and their games and to make it easier. So not everyone needs to be good at everything. I am not good at 3D modeling. I am good at game mechanics and compatibility. Let me make your job easier being a 3D model expert. There are some really awesome looking armors that are coming out from the community. It's really cool. So let's make that safer. All right, so Midnight Tabby, you're back into the colder Australian winter at the moment. How is that going for you after being in lovely tropical areas on the ship, on the cruise? Now, what am I doing? I have created some flags. We are going to create some form lists. Rusty, it was over quick. Your shift was quick. But you're tired. Can't wait to get used to it so you can stop feeling so damn exhausted. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of doing stuff on your feet. Right, our form list is going to be called temp. Nope, if I can spell temp for template. Armor. Leveled list. Armor LL. Leveled list. Injection list. How's that for a name? Yeah. Do those, please. We are going to do one for weapons. Do one for vendors. Vendor injection list. Gonna do a weapon. Oh, Grizz, you're in New Atlantis. I know you want to get a really good shotgun that I do every time I step into New Game Plus.
Oh, look at that. Take myself off mute and you can hear me. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, you're in the well as well at the moment. Go to, there's Jake's bar nearby. I think it's called Jake's bar. Something like that.
I gotta steal everything first.
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely, well, you gotta steal this one. So this will be a good a challenge. No, turn right, I think. Is it in there? No, not that one. Go back to, I always get lost when I first come here. No, it's not the electronics store. Go back to the elevator. Ah, yes, turn around. I remember now. So go through straight ahead. I always get lost here. There's a walkway, right? Keep going straight. And to that walkway on the left. Nope, 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 not up the stairs. Yep, through there. Here we go. And then around the corner, to the left. Yes. Through here. Into this bar. To your right. In there, yep. So that's Jake. Behind his bar is a what's called a Big Bang shotgun. It is super effective. Right, so...
The Hangover Cure, is that the one?
That's the one. So it is fantastic. You do have to be careful when you use it because sometimes it can hurt your teammates by accident in vanilla. So what you want to do is save your game. Problem is, because you're a newbie character and you don't have high stealth, the trick to getting this... Oh, you've got Chameleon.
Yeah, I just stole it.
Hell, dude, that makes it so much easier. You can definitely steal it then. So,
I reckon it's a chance.
Oh, you still might need something. You need a second piece of Chameleon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're still being detected, right? So what I did... Oh, hang on. It said hidden. It said hidden for a second. Try sitting right in the corner. And then facing out. Otherwise, you can try the trick that I did when I did not have this... Oh, it's... Okay, what if you just walk... Oh, it was there. There it is. Yoink. Nope. That's it. Oh, he's got it. Piece of cake. So we're watching the tiniest... I might make the screen a little bit bigger for everyone to see on mine. What I did is, in order to make it so people weren't looking at me, because there's like 50 people in the bar, is, you know how in Skyrim and Fallout, and therefore Starfield, you can like hold items instead of picking them up?
Ah, yes.
You make them you make them like collide. No, it doesn't work. That the stealing doesn't work. So you can't hold on it to drag it outside when no one's looking and pick it up that way. That does not work, like in Skyrim. But what you can do is just grab like a tray or a bottle and just use it to like run into other shit that's on the bar. It startles everyone and people are like, oh, what the fuck's this guy doing? And then some of them either look away or turn away or run off. And then you can steal it because there's fewer people looking.
Nice.
Hey, Midnight Tabby, you're back. It was nice running around in your bathers and shorts on the cruise ship. It's not super cold in Mildy at the moment. Okay, well, that's nice. We've got some good sun here, but it is otherwise, yeah, very icy air. All right, so I've created my injection lists. So what is your current story objective?
I think literally just... I just landed. That button's still getting used to...
So have you gone to the lodge yet?
Nah.
Ooh, all right. Go to the lodge, all right.
As I said, literally
the good
and some stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. The good thing in doing some of the story missions, especially early on, is because they're just story and dialogue, but you'll get some XP, which can then get you some levels, which then can get you some skill points. That can be worth focusing those a bit. Anyway, so I've got my leveled lists. Now we need to create a quest and a quest script and a magic spell. That's what we're going to do. New magic effect. One. It is called Amp. List injection effect. Right. List in. Let's take the list injection for key. It is a script effect. Iron forget. It's no magnitude, no area, no duration.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legit... If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask, so, what'll... Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business. Please, let me know.
Source.
I thought the name made it rather obvious. Whether it's bulk cargo, we have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with...
And Grizz, I'll assume you'll just mute me when needed.
Reasonable prices anywhere.
Yes. Or just listen to you adding to the voices in my already...
Yeah, the voices in your head. Alright, this is going to be our script template. This is... Actually, we'll just call this here injection gear list injections probably. Something like that looks good. So what's everyone else in chat up to this afternoon? Chilling out, having a snack, having a beverage? That's what I'm doing. Ah, this is the test effect with one of the... test scripts. One of the test scripts I was using was trying to experiment with ways of improving and changing jetpack flight. Lots of attempts, many fails, some successes. So we are going to need
We've been in
4 variables. We're not going to use strict names. We're going to use generic names.
It's had the
Form,
unintentional,
list,
unwelcome side effect of weeding out people who can be
property.
timid about doing business. That depends.
Leveled
If
list.
you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, we frequently post cargo running jobs up on
Change
the
the
mission
name.
board. Check them out. I've heard our jobs.
Call it
Many different parties use them.
list.
You'll usually
Armor. It's just going to be confusing. List of armor leveled lists. That's actually what it is, but it sounds confusing. The list of lists.
You can lose an array. Or a hash table, really.
Yeah. It's also kind of like a list within a list, so it's like listception. Armor. Vendor lists. Actually, this is leveled lists. There we go. List of armor leveled lists. List of vendor lists. Same for weapons. Weapon. I just realized that my text is super tiny on the on the stream feed, but oh well.
Personally, I think daylight's okay. I keep it up.
Checking if there's anything good to steal.
Yeah.
There's stuff in his back room that's usually pretty good.
Ooh.
You know, Tabby, you've turned into Cinderella and you're finishing up your washing and clothes for work. Yeah. Yeah, it's back to reality tomorrow for you, isn't it?
Happy to make a deal.
Alright, so leveled lists. We want to...
You see, it's a big organization. Sometimes stuff falls, but that's all.
We need to get the globals. Globals.
Take your time. I got all day.
Level variable property. We need to grab those bad boys. Okay, that's in miscellaneous. Globals. Change the names. Enable. Rename.
A lot of people will tell you it's the worst. Me? I like it. It's more real. But hey, watch your back up.
So, this will make it... We're going to be a little bit more elaborate in this template, where settings, you'll be able to change settings as either the mod author or the player or both. Yeah, I can feel the coldness seeping in through the floor here. Might even make your window a little. As long as I've got enough window to do my things on my screen.
Ah, exactly. Road Vasco.
Yeah, so that's one of the things. People complain about Vasco and the robots getting in the way, and yeah, they do. They're still not as bad as Lydia and Skyrim.
True. I'll yeet her off a cliff sometimes.
Enable level list injection. Change this to just be TMP. Changing my mind. The beautiful thing about designs, there's infinite ways you can change it mid-flight.
What do you think you're doing?
You know, Tabby and Frosty, you're both Skyrim players as well, right? You guys have played Skyrim before? Hands over the Skyrim? Good.
Is reducing our travel speed.
Fasco's pretty cool too. He's a good dude. Midnight have Skyrim, but haven't played it yet. Well, I do intend on doing some more Skyrim modding and some updates to my old Skyrim mods this year, but I also want to create a couple of mod lists as well. I started looking into that earlier this year, and then the next round of updates and stuff came out that broke a bunch of stuff. And then I got into the mod program, so I have parked all of that for now. Alright, so what do we want to call this? This is going to be... global. Yes, that. Enable armor. You're not running any mods yet either, are you, Grizz, in Starfield?
No, I've got nothing. It's something I need to...
Ah, well, today's a good day if you wanted to try some of it out. I can give you lots of pointers as to which ones to start with.
Should be good.
And it's really easy. You can just use the in-game menu if you want, but it will disable achievements. But you're not really an achievement hunter anyway. Frosty, on the other hand.
I do like the achievements, but I'm more about the annoying collections. Make sure I get everything. Whatever.
Yeah, well, you can. Otherwise, if you use Vortex, you can install the script extender and Bucker's achievement enabler, and that would still preserve achievements if you wanted to. There's more steps involved in doing that. You know, Tabby, Skyrim's on the to-do list when you've got your mojo left at the last century. That's okay. Well, maybe later this year when I've got some mod lists together, you could maybe try some of them out or give me some feedback or something. I did start a Cyberpunk mod list as well. I think Midnight you were using that, or you were going to try that out. I forgot to circle back on that. I'm just going to go AFK a minute. It's getting chilly AF in here. I'm just going to bump the heating because damn.
I got contacts on them. Stock may not be so reliable.
So yeah, just talk amongst yourselves. I can mute my microphone. Come on.
All this stuff is absolutely. Take your time. I got all day.
Walking through the house and I heard a random voice. I'm like, who the hell's that? What the hell's going on? I was so confused. I forgot that because when I stream, it's connected to also the TV.
Stream.
Yeah, so the Grizz sound is echoing through the living room in the house.
I'm everywhere.
Everywhere. There's no escape. Omnipotent Grizz. Alright, so we've got our list now. We want to say if... Okay. Let's put in... if... list injection is enabled. Loop list. Eject our hammer. Let's capitalize that. Dot it. So I think I can just say dot value. Yeah. Is one. Say int. Type 0.
You needed something else?
Int num lists
I'll be here. All
equals
this stuff is legit. Absolutely.
get size, yeah. File. Oop, that's not how we spell that. I is less than number of items to do. Less than or less than or equal to?
Hey, take it easy.
Less than. Say. List. Insert into. Equals that bad boy. Dot get at as form list. I equals I plus 1. Darius, how you doing? Thanks for coming along, man. So what I am working on is a template that I would like newcomers or those not versed in scripting to use when they are creating new armors and weapons. In Starfield in particular. Because in order to get them to spawn on enemies or vendors, you need to get them added or add them to a certain form list. And if you edit that form list directly,
No lawyer. Can't say I'll
then only your edits to that form list will survive, depending on whose mod is loaded first or last in the load order. There's a way to do it dynamically with scripting, so they all play together nicely. So that's what we're making, a little template that people can steal and use for their armor and weapon mods to make it safer and better for players. That's the plan. You might say... It's armor list How are you doing today, Darius? What's your plan? You streaming something this afternoon?
I help. Don't mind me.
Isn't it really early in your neck of the woods?
Is an old friend.
It's oh, it's middle of the afternoon for us. Eventually, cool.
Unfortunately, I'm quite old, but if you
Let's do the same thing again.
all you need to do is pick up a package from Red Mile and deliver it to me. You don't even need to interact with anyone.
Other thing is,
I'm not at stay out of trouble.
We have to get our I have not created form list for the actual items. Yep. We are going to need to do that. There you go, that was a fail. It is not global, it is a... Let's tidy this up. Rename these bad boys to be a bit neater as well.
You're looking at getting into bounty hunting for the Trackers Alliance. Not everyone's cut out for this line of work. Those murdering assholes should be
Trackers Alliance. Ah, that's new content, Grizz. I haven't seen that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what came in the May or June update.
Yeah, it just recently came through.
I had to track down one of our own. She'd gone rogue. We have lists of our members, and then you can imagine many people would kill to have this information.
It's first of like guild type stuff, isn't it?
She could make the first delivery.
No, there's well, it's another faction. There's other factions in the game already, which are like the guilds in Skyrim. I'm interested to see how this goes, because I have the wanted trait on my character, which means occasionally bounty hunters rock up wherever you are to try and take you in. Which is fun, because you get to fight more stuff and sometimes steal a ship. So that's the lists. We need to then take armor.
If you think you have what it takes, then you can find Trackers Alliance jobs listed on mission. I'll point you in the right direction, but after that...
New armors.
Goodbye.
Oh. List. Yeah.
Never something I can help you with.
Where did that go?
What I wouldn't give to be stationed in the Embassy District. What I wouldn't give to be stationed.
So Darius, quarter to nearly 1 AM where you are. Just woke up, so you're settling in at the PC and waiting on the pain meds to kick in. Damn, so you're up during the night in your time zone. Ah, well. Welcome to our time. I like it. Big Vito used to do the same. We haven't seen him for a little while. But he often operates, he used to do lots of night shifts. So he would be then awake when not working even during American time. He's in Florida, so he's pretty far east from us. Okay, so, or is it technically west? Got our lists there. We need to add these in my new list. Let's go into here. Nope. Push the correct buttons. My new weapon list. Ah, you found an apartment that needs a key. No breaking into that one, Grizz.
Yeah, I know. All upset.
Always nice to see a friend. You know why this place has...
You're playing on 1440p.
As long as you like.
Yes.
Everyone's welcome,
Yes.
so long as you keep...
If we've got it, you're welcome to it.
Well, Vito is currently streaming. Ah, awesome. Should go and stir him up. He's in Farming Simulator.
Mom,
Ooh, I might have to turn my sound off so I don't break stuff.
started making. She had one rule: no causing trouble. After a few years,
I can relate to a lot of
folks are
things. There's
willing
some
to-
things I can't relate to because I haven't gone through them myself, but I'm still here if people need to talk. Nerdedness, what's going on, brother? Welcome in. How you doing? And there's a shout out for Mr. Nerdedness. Awesome guy, great streamer, member of the Crusader stream team. Go over there, drop him a follow, be much appreciated.
Ditto, right back to Big Vito. If you're not following Big Vito, follow his channel too. He's been a very strong and awesome supporter of this community. Popped in to say hello from my...
Are you streaming right now? Nerdedness? I did not know that.
Heroic Plebs coming to say g'day. Thanks for saying hello. Hope things are going well for you.
Shit.
What are you up to?
Hang on, show tomate.
Darius.
Let me do this.
Well, the more whiskey I sip on this afternoon, the more silly, and random some of this shit's going to be. Vito's doing the same. There we go. Now we're we are literally crossing the streams, Grizz. How's that?
It's awesome. Look at that. Stream within a stream within a stream.
Stream within a stream of a streaming of a stream. Anyway, I might just I'll give him a lurk. Lurk in the background. Must I do my thing?
Midnight Tabby, what's up?
So Vito's stuff might be more interesting to watch when I'm doing certain things this afternoon. But anyway, he's a good dude. You know what we need to do as well at some stage, Grizz, is we need to do some more D&D sessions for the community.
Ah, yes.
And Darius, yeah, Ghostbusters told us not to cross the streams. That's right. But we are elite. We know what we're doing. Trust us. We're professional. Don't try this at home. Alright, so we've got our armors list. So we need to loop through each thing in that list too. Ugh. Loops upon loops, Grizz. I so easily get myself confusion. So, armor. Some comments here. Loop through each leveled. Insert into. And we are going to loop through each item. Gated. Add it to the leveled list. Ooh, what did you pick up? You're killing a Varun Zealot.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Was that a UC mission? I've done very few of those Radiant missions, and I want to do more of them because some of them are they're just plain fun.
Trackers. No, Trackers.
It's a Trackers Alliance. No, Trackers Alliance is the one icon underneath.
That was the kill.
Is that the Trackers Alliance? What's the one underneath then? That's Trackers Alliance.
Trackers Alliance as well, yep.
So that's there. Now, if it's a Trackers Alliance, see how they're grouped by icon?
Yeah.
It might just be... It could be... What's the United Colonies? Starfield. I'll get so distracted. United colon entities. Icon. Yeah, that's what I thought. It has UC in it. I don't know. It just hover over. It just says mission board. Or oh, it's Trade Authority. It's the Trade Authority icon. Images. That has not helped me. Doesn't matter. Anyway, it's a Radiant mission, so those can be good ways to get some credits as well as some XP. But they're Radiant missions, so they're infinite.
Oh, okay, yeah. They're like the daily type things.
Yeah.
Other, yeah.
Okay, so now I need to int j 0 int num was that not get store with, then we're gonna loop file then
the water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Oh, well, that's very educational. Thank you, Vasco. Hey, you not.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity and always has been.
Oh, you heading to the lodge, are you? Or are you going to go and do one of your missions?
What does that mean exactly? You one of those sword people? You know they make guns now.
They know my file, they know my history.
Yeah, you know they make guns now, right? Well, at least now melee's a lot more feasible.
The other members of Constellation.
80% of my kills have been with the knife so far.
Ah. I'm assuming you'll be sniping eventually.
Once I get a decent rifle, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
The library, just inside.
Now it's just stealthy sneak up and stab him in the face.
That works too. Oh, you want my takedowns mod then?
You'll make this place your home.
Ah, yes.
Well, let me know when you want to do some mod installation. I'll show you. Okay.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily,
You can
but
tell it's a
also
private organization by the British accent.
It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which... I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he is.
Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if... Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now? Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales... If this is the greatest mystery...
I'm trying not to talk so I don't ruin what you're doing, Grizz.
The ultimate mystery.
Ah, sorry. Subtitles.
Oh, yeah, true.
Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table.
That's it. Just like the others.
What is wrong here? Mismatched. 2-0.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together.
Oh, yep, that'll do.
That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want. We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Beyond that, you'll be expected to... You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself. Come find me when you're ready. And here, I think you've... in addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost kit?
This is why you want boost pack training, Grizz. As soon as you get your next skill point, that's where you want to spend it.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's a magazine next to you too. Pick that up. You get, you find them, and they give you little perks across the whole game.
Ah, awesome.
Yeah, you'll see magazines of all kinds, and they just give you permanent little bonuses. You don't have to carry them once you've picked them up. You can like store them somewhere or display them if you want to. But yeah, you'll see multiples of those. There's, I think, like one for each faction. Exactly, bobblehead style. Yep.
Look at all these things I can steal.
Yep.
It's all mine.
All can.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the iPhone times.
I should put these in a function so that they're independent and there's no crossover.
Tense, wasn't it?
Let's do that. Oh, but then...
That's a lot overwhelming. No, I'm Noel.
That's alright, yeah, that
really
works.
nice to meet
Okay. Let's split this up some more. Function.
Oh gosh, no. I mean that's flattering, but really, until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense. There's still so much we don't know.
And function. Yeah, go to.
Of course, there's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever said. We have a board where we post anything.
Yeah,
well,
that's cleaner. That way I can more easily see if I cock it up.
But we only became... Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got the... It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
It's leveled 1 or 2 L's.
If we're approaching this rationally,
Level.
I suppose we call them visual and auditory hallucinations.
Leveled. ED
What
at
you
the end.
perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input. Your brain's attempt to make sense of something.
Ah, 1L for American. Everyone else is 2.
Yeah, we don't like vowels that close together.
Oh, I'm gonna go double. Okay, now this means I've got shit being highlighted because it's trying to reuse stuff that does not exist. Excellent. And function. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people... I'm not saying you didn't really see anything. That's okay. We're all in this together now. Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some There's a galaxy chock full. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's...
Okay. Is that
okay, let's take a look.
Number of lists. Get each list. Number of weapons. Weapon list. Weapons.
Planning on sticking around then? I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way... Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection. But Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part.
Now let's see how quickly Grizz can learn the layout of the lodge.
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago.
Considering I still get confused about which light switch in my house that I've been here for 13 years is which, I'm not liking the chances.
Alright, we have now created level lists, and then I need to do the same for vendors. See, I thought I'd whip this up in like half an hour, but things are never as quick as you think they're going to be. List of armor vendor lists.
Help yourself within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Kind of like the soundtrack that plays in places like the Lodge and Parts of Space. It's kind of just, I don't know, nice and peaceful.
Yeah, a nice soothing ambient.
Yeah.
Okay, this'll be you.
Home list.
Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet. And
Weapon, no armor.
Maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Indoor list. Oops. Oh, theoretically I'm getting that right. I think this is... Oh, yep. Some of the members of Constellation you haven't met yet. They are out doing their own adventures. And some of these are their bedrooms. I nearly said a name, and I'm like, oh, no, don't spoil it. The one... You go... Yeah, these are other people's. Your bedroom... Oh, Noelle showed you to your room already, did she?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. I don't need to tell where to go then. Yeah, that's fine. There's not a lot of point, although, yeah, there's storage in there. But where you're going to be more interested to go for storage and functionality is downstairs to the basement.
That's where all the good stuff is.
That's where the workbenches and stuff are, yeah. Okay. New armor list, that's the same. Vendor lists. That is cool. Theoretically, I could duplicate that. And so actually change this. So weapon or selection. That theoretically has worked. Oof, okay, I think big ass script done. Theoretically that works. We'll have to test it when we actually put this template into use. Oh, better make sure we actually call it. Ah. I need to do it. A removal for if it's disabled. This is the problem with the way I make mods is I get ideas and like, oh, we could add this extra bit in here, and it's just that bit extra cool because there's some extra functionality. Meanwhile, it like doesn't double the amount of work, it like quadruples the amount of work I need to do.
Yes? So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there
Standard operating procedure, isn't it, for IT?
Yep.
Until later. Whenever you're up for it, we have work to do. We're explorers. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group
Maybe
of
I should
people.
flip that
These
logic.
artifacts could be... I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Besides, having a little...
Just made it look pretty, and I'm gonna change it.
It doesn't take a... Just what that is. I understand. You...
Sarah's the best possible person to be running Constellation. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Yes, we'll do it like this.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures.
Oh, Walter.
Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem... So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member. Welcome aboard.
You read faster than they speak, is it, Grizz?
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the lodge has a wealth of modification and research.
Yeah, the frustration of just like, yep, okay, I've read it, next.
Skip.
You can even fashion industrial pieces. I'm a fan of self-reliance. Funny thing about companies, Stroud Eklund functions quite well. For years, I finally decided. Me? Someone has to fund all this and all. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. And
that's better. That's better logic. Cleaner code. Oh, I've got to read now. I've got to do that 3 more fucking times.
Most well known for ship manufacture. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes.
I forgot Walter was a grumpy bastard when you first meet him. He softens up a bit eventually.
I'd likely have dismissed it as...
they usually do.
Hallucinations. But now, I don't suppose you have a history.
Okay. If it's enabled. Do that. Else.
Not exactly, no. But I suppose it doesn't. I'm no scientist. I leave that, frankly.
Then we are going to.
Until next time.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really. You matter too. You've done. I'm Mateo. Theological
dude.
I really wish I could. Both you and Barrett saw something. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? That sure lines up with everything else. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage. Can you imagine? Potentially. Well, there.
Is everyone still awake, or is everyone nodded off?
I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy.
And you're doing the fun bit of gameage.
I know. Oh.
In the process.
No, I know that I'm not being particularly interesting at the moment. Pardon?
Big night Friday night. Big night last night.
Oh yeah.
Had a lot.
Yeah, understood.
Take care of yourself.
Been having minor migraine issues the last couple of days, so I've had no alcohol or anything this weekend. Until now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vendor list, that's right. I'm gonna put this down here. Oh, he's found the workbenches.
So what does this actually do now?
Have you got the boost pack skill?
Nah, not yet. I think I'm waiting to level up.
Oh, didn't you level up before? When you got the quest done? When you...
That would involve paying attention to things.
Push P.
We don't do that here.
We do. Yeah, you do. You got a skill point.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, chugging in boost pack, bruh.
That one?
Get it, yes. It's pretty much the most essential skill in this game. Now, you can use your boost pack. So just jump.
I waited to level 6 to do that.
Double jump. Yeah.
Ooh.
Now, also, here's the other tip. Critical tip for people who are new to the game and you're on keyboard and mouse. Grizz, go to the settings, please. Go to the keybind settings in particular. And go to the jump button. Where is jump? There it is, space. Find another key to the Alt key. So, and it might even have to be Control or Alt, I'm not sure. I'm unclear if it needs to be one of those, but just put another button there. If you've got Control bound already, then use Alt or vice versa. In that Alt. Control is
seem to have
crouch for you, I think.
Anywhere.
Yeah, cool. Just chuck it in. You can always change it later. This is... I can full screen this for a moment. There we go. You're full screen on my stream, bro. Go down to jump. Yeah. Yeah, don't fuck it up. Yeah, one more down. Yeah, that one. Bind it. Alt. Yeah. And then... I guess you just push tab to go back. Yeah, and then back to game. Yeah. Now, run and push that button. It will launch you forwards. Different boost packs will do this to different levels of effect.
Gotcha.
Get my dynamic boost packs, you'll even get some more effect. But you can't do this if you're using a controller. Pardon?
But only if you use an alternate bind for it.
On a keyboard.
Yeah.
Controller users on PC can't do it. If you could use a keyboard on an Xbox, it probably would work. But I don't think you can. I have asked Bethesda to change that. There's a long list of requests and bug fixes. I don't think it's going to be looked at anytime soon. Anyway. What we might do soon is we might do some mod tutorial overview when you're ready, Grizz. Because you'll be a good test audience for me trying to explain how mods work and what you've got to look out for. And then you might install a couple of mods as you continue your playthrough, and I get on to my next bit of mod creation. I don't know, maybe about 15 minutes or so, something like that.
Yeah, could be good.
Tweet. Depends on if my stuff here goes to plan. I always seem to underestimate how long some of this shit takes, especially when I change the design halfway through.
There's no DAing in this, is there? Or,
no, it's like Fallout. Yeah, no, there's no disenchanting. There is research though. So for certain gear mods, you need to have done the research. There's a research station behind you. I think that's new. I don't think that was in Fallout. Left? Nope. That's the... Oh, yeah. That's pharmaceutical. That's cooking. And you turn around, there's a small one in the middle of the room. That motherfucker. Right. Yeah, this is... Yeah, check this bad boy out. So... You have to basically just spend resources to unlock them. I don't... Ooh, do you need skill points? You might... Some of them might need skill points. Yeah, some of them need certain skill points before you can access them. Which is going to be in the tech, the science and tech trees. But for certain weapon mods, you'll need the weapon skill leveled and then the research unlocked to then have the mods to fit. Whereas in Fallout, I think you can just do it straight away, right? There's extra barriers to entry here. Okay, so that's done. Need to do one more. One more time. Going to celebrate. Else, and if it's going to be move added form. Is that going to compile? Hey, it did. How do you find the weapon design so far, Grizz? What do you reckon?
They look pretty awesome.
I really like the design. They also have old world weapons as well, so you've got stuff like, you know, wood-grained rifles and shotguns as well sometimes. I really love the modern stuff. I just think it just looks fantastic in the game, and it suits the style and the aesthetic of the world and the universe. The lore, if you will. I think that's one thing they absolutely nailed. This game has got some flaws, and it's continuing to get better. But my personal opinion is one of the things they did really well was the modern weapon designs, especially where you've got little displays and stuff on the weapons. I think that's really cool. Like some of the weapons show you a little number on the skin of how many bullets in the clip and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I did like that on some of the...
Yeah. Some sort of black magic in there. I don't know how that works. As in, I don't know how it works from a game engine perspective. Alright, so weapon lists are done. We need to add this to the magic effect. We need to do a spell, and then we need to do a quest, and then that is pretty much done. List injector effect. Add script. Don't autofill any of them. Hey, armor, Leveled list injection. Oh, hang on. How about we make this a bit bigger? Armor. We're going to do a filter. Let's say temp, so we don't. There we go. Armor. Vendor injection. Vendor injection. Yeah. Voice filter. No, weapon leveled list injection. Enable. That one. Oh, I need to do a book as well. Enable weapon vendor injection. List. Oh. List of armor lists. It's that one, armor. Ooh. Let's do that. I might change labeling to be a bit clearer, because I even got myself confused, so therefore I need to do better. That makes sense, doesn't it?
I think so.
List of armor leveled list injection. My new armor list, my new weapons list. List of armor leveled lists. It's going to be slightly different to our... What did I call it here? List of armored level lists. Why don't we just call it that? It's a better name. Okay. Don't create a new one. Yeah, that's easier to follow. That's vendor. Create a new form, no. Ah, fuck me. I already did it wrong. List of... vendor injection list. This is supposed to be... It's supposed to be weapon... This. Man, so easy to get confused, especially when you're trying to talk out loud. Yeah. Where did you end up?
Back down in the well.
Through the back door of the lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Darius lurking, no worries, man. Thanks for coming along. Okay, armor vendor, weapon vendor. Armor leveled, weapon leveled. Okay, now we're back in business. Okay, back to armor vendor. Armor vendor lists. Armor vendor... List of armor vendor lists. List of armor vendor lists. Yep. Ah, dickhead! Such a reflex. List of armor was not meant to be yes, that was meant to be no. List of armor vendor lists. Alright, there we go. Here's a lesson. We need to delete that. Create new object. No, just rename it. Fuck off. Creation gets so annoying sometimes. Don't create new. Yes, I'm sure. Weapon vendor lists. Weapon. List of weapon vendor lists. Made it as least confusing as possible. And it's still a little bit confusing. It's not my fault. It's the terminology. It's a list of lists. Alright, let's finish doing these properties. Okay, list of armor leveled lists. List of armor. There we go. Now it's a lot easier to match up. So if someone has to change this in future on their own, list of armor vendor list. List of armor vendor list. That's better. Now I don't have to do a translation inside my brain. List of weapon leveled list. List of weapon leveled lists. List of weapon vendor lists. List of weapon vendor lists. Yeah. My new armor list. This is the new stuff we have created. My new armor list. Nice. See, when you get the system working, it works. I just got to confuse myself, sort it out, and then that means no one else has to get confused in the future, yeah? That makes sense. Totally. Save. Yes, save. So that script box is open. Okay, we need to make a spell. New spell, please. It's going to be template. Ah, shit, what did I call the magic effect? It's going to be the same. List injection spell. So we're doing this as a spell effect so we can recast it as many, or re-trigger it as many times as we want. List injection effect, and this will just be list injection. Spell. So yes, there is magic and spells in Starfield. Did you know that, Grizz?
I did not.
And then chance.
Right.
Same as Fallout. They just took the, because it's the same engine from Skyrim, right? So, you know, effects, a legendary effect, an elemental effect is technically a magic, even though there's, you know, it's technology, it's not magic. Fire and forget spell, that's fine. New effect is going to be, yes, that one. Do it. Okay, new spell created. Now we need a book. Need to create a new book because we're going to also trigger it from the book. Oh, hang on. No, we don't want to do that. We want to copy an existing book. Data slate. Yeah, data slate. Yeah. Oh. Make a new one. Okay. Mod info book. ZZ. XXX. Ooh, XXX. No, 2 X's. 3 X's sounds erotic.
A little kinky.
Yes. Not my intention this time. Okay, mod info book. Here we go. Now, it's called XXX gear. XX gear. Maybe we'll just call it new gear, but you can put whatever you want there. Delete all of that. Display, object type, data slate. Object type, data slate. Well, I guess that's fair. They can stay. It is 0 weight, 0 value. Left header is going to be... we'll attach a script to it so we can change those settings, so we'll do that as well. And we say v1.0. Text. New commas. New. And be found on enemy types and can be bought from vendors. That's something that can be populated by an aspiring mod creator. Okay. Ignore. Maybe we can change this 667. Found on enemy types. What from these indoors. Yes. That's looking nice. So what are you doing? You're doing research still?
Yeah, just trying to get my head around this. Like, how do I make, or how do I find small primers?
That's a new object. I haven't dealt with that yet. That only came out in June. I think you can construct them at the industrial workbench. You might be able to buy them from someplace too. You might not be able to make them yet without certain research unlocked to make them.
Yeah, which is what
I wouldn't. Yeah, I can say I wouldn't worry too much about ammo crafting. I'd focus on weapon modding first, then spacesuit modding, and then ammo crafting. Ammo crafting after that.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I could make some ammo for a rifle I picked up.
Yeah, but you can buy it, and it's not too expensive to buy, and plus you'll find it. I'm just saying, yeah, progress the research as you can, but prioritize other research first. So spend your research materials on weapon mods first, then armor mods.
Gotcha.
It's more valuable, right? Because weapon mods make the biggest difference to your gameplay. You're going to notice the difference more. Okay, I need to make a script for our book. Where's one of my other effects? No. Terminal menu. Config slate. That's probably what I want to use. The base. Yeah. So we can prompt some. Yeah. It's going to be TMP conflicts slate script. So what rifle have you got that you're excited to use? Is it the old Earth hunting rifle?
Yeah, I just wanted to have a look at it, yeah.
Yeah, where'd you get that one? Stole it?
Stole it.
By the way, modding a weapon makes it no longer stolen.
Ah.
Like when you use the workbench, when you use the workbench on it, it will be no longer marked as stolen for any gear that you pick up.
Ah, so this is how I can now modify that.
Ref. Probably don't need that. Don't. You will have a spell. Spell property. It is going to be our injection spell. I need to grab another beverage and a snack shortly. Are you snacksing on anything this afternoon, Chris?
No.
You've been a good boy.
Well, I just ate a bowl of leftover butter chicken and coconut rice from last night.
Hell yeah.
I am well full of the foods.
You're well full of the goodness.
Went out for a mate's birthday into the city.
Nice.
And ate so much Indian food.
Yeah, but it's so good.
It is.
Right, let's clear all of that. On read, we will call the spell. We'll call the spell at the very end, actually. Cast. Source is going to be game.getPlayer. Doing it the once, so we don't need it to be super efficient. And before that, we're going to have a menu with some buttons. Yes, those buttons will toggle. That's right, I've got to do an old school menu. I haven't done one of those for a while. Oh man, this is taking way longer than I thought it was going to take. Now well. And then we shall do some tutorial stuff soon for mods. Alright, I'm going to grab another drink. I'll be back in a minute, Grizz.
We'll be here.
Yeah, I'll put you on full screen in the meantime.
Yeah. Everyone wants me to look at menus.
That's right. Got my drink mug.
Ready to get out there? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Felt the same way when I started too. But it's not just that. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out, every member of Constellation is their own. I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. Good. Let's take a little...
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Okay, put my headset back on. You fighting stuff yet? You gonna do some interesting stuff yet, Grizz? I'm supposed to be doing the boring shit. You're supposed to be doing the action-packed stuff. What's going on,
For
man?
some reason, I've done the classic Grizz of, oh look, I'm over-encumbered because I pick up.
Because of course you are.
goddamn thing.
There's a game difficulty setting you can change, which will give you more carry weight. Oh, is Sarah your follower now?
She is, yeah. We just finished, well, bit of the talky talk.
How do you like her so far?
I haven't wanted to shoot her yet.
She grew on me. A lot of people hate Sarah Morgan. Find her annoying at the start, but as I got through the game, I liked her more and more. A lot of people like another character. I liked that person at the start, and the more the game went on, the less I liked them, actually.
Ah.
Because of some of their, beliefs.
That would be Mateo.
No, not Mateo. He's at least an open-minded, religious, scholarly person.
Okay.
Now, remember when you're outside, you can jump and boost forward with your jetpack now.
I might have to do that because I need to figure out how to sell stuff.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis.
I'm sorry.
Okay, on read. Now, I need to make a new message.
Yes.
Out of this design.
I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying. Are you familiar with this particular specimen?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly,
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I don't normally solicit help
you picking on me?
random passersby.
You making fun of my tree?
A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work.
All right.
Thank you. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around. They've been running for long enough that I think it...
we need to talk to John Tuala in Mast. Have something for me?
Okay.
Good old unload on the mule.
Yeah. I have a mod idea coming for that too, to make that a bit more seamless. Gonna do a free mod that just shares your carry weight. I tried doing it for Skyrim. Got frustrated because I couldn't get certain things to work with the scripting events, being the script engine being a bit shit in these games. Come up with a simpler design. I'm gonna build it. In fact, maybe we'll build that as the next mod this afternoon, because I probably won't have time to do the original one I was going to do. Now, config menu title. What's this going to be called? XX. Here. Here. Configuration. Whoops, that's capitals. Options. I have some buttons. Item text. It's going to be. Armor drops on
Time to go?
enemies. Oops. That's when it's disabled. Yes, that'll work. Give me a new button. Yes, new one. Weapon drops on enemies, and then... So this is how we do... Well, this is how I like to do basic configuration options in mods. Now, these buttons will only show with certain conditions, so... What's the best way to do this? I think. Let's do new condition. That's called get global, I think. Yes, get global value. And armor, leveled list injection. Equals 0. Means it is currently 0. Yep. Copy that condition. Paste it. It's going to be 1. And if you don't want to use that, you set it to be minus or a negative number, and it won't even show up. Totally makes sense and stuff.
Your mod, isn't it, that makes the jump high work?
Pardon?
Your mod that makes the jump high work, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've got 2. Yes. Short answer, yes.
Yep.
Depends, but it depends on your boost pack type and how fast you're moving. You're trying to get up there.
Yeah.
Oh, you might need to install some mods shortly then, Grizz.
I think I'm gonna have to. Just there.
Just let me get up there.
Grab, you idiot.
I believe in you. Weapon leveled list injection is 0. Copying that.
It doesn't contain anything harmful.
It's supposed to say weapon. Drop.
Been up there, huh?
This needs the condition. That is show when it is a 1.
Space Explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard?
Save.
All right. Can't blame me for...
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
What show? Oh, this is the mask guy. You're not talking to Barrett. This is the guy from... Yeah, okay, cool. Now, this can take you onto a quest line.
Way back. I think it was recruit number...
Which I don't think you want to do yet. But
okay.
The first couple are still good to do, because then you get access to this flight simulator.
Kidding?
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't joined the Vanguard or anything yet.
Yeah, but I think you do need to join, but just don't go too far. When they send you to a planet called Tau Ceti, don't do that.
Okay, cool.
Although you can go there, but there's a weapon, there's a cool gun you can pick up, but
a vet like Moera,
not that cool. Anyway.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you?
Don't do it yet.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Okay, so this button equals
Definitely
that.
a lifestyle. Burning helium out there, seeing where the star. I'm serious about.
I need to get the global variables.
You just come talk to me when you're ready.
Global variables, there we go. We'll grab those mofos. Check this up here, I think. So you're in the mast building now. Go in the elevator behind there. Yeah. See if it lets you to the orientation hall.
If you have an appointment, you may proceed. Inside.
Yeah, go through there. You learn a little bit of history, and you can then access the simulator where you can do you can progress the piloting skill. However, you need to still spend a skill point in piloting to unlock that progression, so don't worry about it too much yet, but yeah. So if AI function equals 0.
Secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of unity.
Equals.
Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships.
2 and 3. And I should be putting this into a separate function. And if function show config menu end function. All of that's coming out. All of that's going in here. Ah, I need a cancel button. I always forget to include a cancel button.
Always important.
It is most important, yeah. We'll call it done. Done, 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 done. We are done. Okay, done. That's going to be what 0 is. And save. So we just need one more of these. That's fine. It's a done, then it is turn. Otherwise, this is going to all itself again.
Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation.
Okay.
UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers.
Drops. So that's going to be enable it.
The Three-Star Collective was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Set value is 1. Oh, Big Vito. Dude, welcome, Big Vito and your viewers. Thank you very much for the raid. Does that mean I need to stop lurking in the background for what you've got? Oh, we've got Streamception. Hey, Grizz, Alt-tab quickly and have a look at my stream feed. We got Streamception because...
Oh, wow.
Because Vito has raided me and I'm now looking at his stream and his stream is looking at me. Thank you very much, Big Vito, for the raid. Some Crusader love. I love this guy. Big Vito is an awesome dude. He's been a very strong... oh, we've got so much Streamception happening now. Look at that. Big Vito, please follow him on Twitch if you haven't. Not only does he just do cool either American Truck Simulator or farm sim stuff, but he's also been a super strong... supporter of me and my channel and my community. He's a sponsor, he's a VIP, and he's even hosted some private events on our Discord in the past where we did some D&D stuff. And later this year when we finally play some what's it going to be? Baldur's Gate 3 co-op. He's going to be part of that, and I'm assuming you're going to be part of that too, Grizz, when we do that. That's going to be a fun time.
That one.
Oh man, that Streamception is doing my head in, so we're going to stop that now. Anyway, oh, Big Vito, you're away. 19 people away from 1,000 followers. Wow. Not that I've got many people watching me this afternoon, because I'm doing very slow, boring mod creation stuff. But anyone who does stumble across this, please follow Big Vito. He is an awesome dude. We love him, and I'm very glad to have you in my community and consider you a friend. So, just letting you know, when we do some more streaming this week, so this week we're going to be doing more of the Horizon Forbidden West. We're going to be kicking off the Burning Shores DLC. Director Midnight Tabby will be guiding us through it, although I think this time, Midnight said that there's actually not a lot of guidance required for the DLC. Anyway, we will remind people then, Vito, to try and get you up to that 1,000 mark. That's awesome. I'm so far off 1,000. I'm like 300 or something. But congrats, man. Pre-congrats. We'll get you there. And also, thanks once again for everything you do in our community, on our Discord, and even for me personally. It's great to know you, man. I look forward to working with you, maybe we even do some co-streaming. Maybe when we do the Baldur's Gate co-op stuff, you could also be streaming for your viewers, and I can stream for mine. Anyway, we'll figure it out. That's still a few months away, but I'm looking forward to doing Baldur's Gate 3 and co-op stuff. It's going to be awesome. Lots of hype there. Anyway, thank you and welcome, Raiders. Normally, I'm very energetic. We play some story-rich, interesting games. And we explore and explain the lore and the story and the characters as we go through. We play it with no spoilers. And sometimes I'm lucky enough to have a director who tells us what we should do in what order to get the maximum out of the playthrough without spoiling stuff. However, today we're making mods for Starfield, whilst Grisnak, you can see up here, is playing his first ever playthrough of Starfield. He is level 6, I think. Is that right, Gris?
Yes.
So we're talking a little bit... Oh, yes, nearly 7. Your next skill should go on piloting.
Gotcha.
Because you'll want to boost your piloting skill in case you come across a bigger ship you want to steal. And you will cry if you can't steal it. Yeah, I know you. Darius is still on too, so thank you very much, Vito, for all of your support. Yes, Vito has not only been an active supporter to get me into the Crusader stream team, he's contributed to events that we do internally. He's also a financial supporter. I'm also supporting you back, big guy. I need to double check that my subs are still active. I think they are, but I'll double check it. Anyway, looking forward to doing more stuff with you. Hope you had an awesome session today. We are going through Starfield, so I'm doing some more mod creation. I'm creating a template. I want newcomer mod authors who are making weapon or armor mods to use to make it safer and more compatible with other mods, because a lot of newcomers don't know the limitations. Shortly, and maybe about, I said 15 minutes before, but I'm not ready yet, but in about 15 or 20 minutes, we're going to talk about some info about mods and how they work and what you need to know as a mod user for any game, but in particular for the Bethesda game. So if that's of interest to you, stick around. If you want to ask me questions about mods, hit me up right now. I've got a fair amount of modding experience. I am now also a Bethesda verified creator. I have some free mods. I have one paid mod. I'm working on more free and paid mods to come. And I've been helping other creators in the program make their mods safer and more compatible, because I care a lot about players' game safety and their enjoyment, because it's surprisingly easy to make a mod that has some detrimental side effects. So we're coming through talking about that. So how does that sound? And Big Vito, I think I've asked you this 1,000 times, so I apologize, and I'm probably going to have to ask you again. You're a Skyrim fan, right? You've played Skyrim, but did you play it with mods? I do not remember. Now, we've got these... we're making some scripts.
I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does.
And this is going to be... set it to... 0. Yeah. You love Skyrim and you've played with mods. Excellent. Oh, why is my phone ringing? Oh, that is a work call. Good damn it. All right, I need to take a pause for a moment. I'm going to put Grizz on full screen whilst I take a call. Sorry about that. Yeah, full screen Grizz. Go, go, go.
Find something to shoot and kill. That's okay. I'm very experienced at tuning you out.
Please, if you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution center, let us know. We're always striving to improve. Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been... Who? Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some... Why? What is it? Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we? Pleasure doing business with you. Yes, of course. Please.
You can try reaching out to the team on the team channel.
I hope we have what you need.
But
Right, right. Come back if you need something else.
I really do need that additional data. I need all of the biosensors if the data... So you do? Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Real life work challenges be real.
There it is.
Poor Grizz had to listen to me the whole time too.
That's right. I was talking to you, forgetting that I was coming through on the stream.
Yeah, so your voice was still... Everyone would have heard what you said.
Yeah, I got no idea about a team channel.
Don't worry about it. Oh shit, I need to add options here for vendors as well. Oh, fucking hell. Alright. So this is what I'm talking about. Every time I make... Whoops. No! No! Every time I make mods, the scope just always increases so much.
Terms were
Yeah, sorry, Vito, I did have to take a call. It was bad timing. Well, maybe we'll do our mod tutorial shortly, and then you might even want to install some mods shortly, Grizz. What do you reckon? How are we doing for time?
Yeah, it could be good, actually. Wouldn't mind chucking in at least your boost pack one.
Yeah. Or my free one, at least. All right, why don't we take a break from mod making, and let's do some mod tutorialness. Let's see if my thoughts make sense. So, Grizz, I'm going to ask you to follow along with my screen on stream. Because you're going to be my sanity check. And Vito, who's also used mods, and some of the others, it'd be good to get some of your feedback as we go through this, right? Because a lot of people don't know this. Including me when I first started using mods, and then even when I started making mods.
Well, there's...
Grizz is still playing.
My findings to mass.
Are you ready, Grizz?
I am... I think there's something there. No, I'm in the middle of a dialogue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Finish your dialogue. That's all good. All good. In the meantime, Big Vito, are you interested in Starfield at all? Or is that not really your thing?
I must consult.
The base building stuff you might like. The outpost building you might like. Did you do that in Fallout? Did you play Fallout 2, didn't you? I thought I was going to hate the building in Fallout. I've never really been that interested in building stuff, but it's actually pretty fun. So you've helped this guy uncover the secrets of the trees?
I have.
Not really your thing for Starfield, yeah, fair enough, Vito. Fair enough.
Alright, so, what are we going to do here?
Yeah, so, oh, no, I probably don't want big screen. I probably want small screen, and I am going to minimize your thing so it's not visible on stream right now.
Right,
let's see how this goes. Hopefully it makes sense. I have some notes to prompt my discussion. The CK stuff, we might move these items down and away. So my intention is some of this footage from today will be edited into some short tutorial videos for YouTube. But Vito, you love Fallout and the settlement building in it. Yes, I thought you would, right? I thought you would. And surprisingly, I ended up quite liking it too. I didn't think I would, but I got really hooked on building settlement stuff and then using mods to add more things that you could build in the settlements as well. Really good fun. Alrighty. So, Grizz, I have, in the past, tried to explain elements of how mods work to you. You have, therefore, a very vague idea about some things, yeah? I'm hoping I can make it a lot more solidified through this now. I'm going to apologize in advance to any actual game developers who are actually properly trained and have more experience than I do. I'm entirely self-taught, utilizing articles, tutorials, YouTube videos, and my own experience in trying to do this stuff. So I'm going to get some of the terminology a little bit wrong. Some of it's going to be a little bit out, but hopefully it at least makes sense for newcomers, right? What are mods? Why do people use mods? Well, because they're awesome and they can add some cool functionality to your games. A mod, as you'd expect, stands for a modification or a change layered onto your game. Depending on what game you're playing, how that works, and how safe or dangerous that is varies a lot. When we talk about the likes of Skyrim, Fallout, and now Starfield, that is more my area of expertise, and that's where we're going to be talking more specifically today. But we'll talk about a few others along the way. Again, I'm oversimplifying stuff, but for the purpose of thinking about mods, there are essentially four main components to mods, or to a game, sorry. You have the game engine. This is what handles the graphics, the physics, and the world interactivity. Different engines have different strengths and weaknesses. For example, the Frost engine is very good at FPS, action, world, speed, traversal, etc. So it's good for shooting stuff. It's apparently a giant pain in the ass for RPG or role-playing elements. So Mass Effect Andromeda had a lot of issues with stability, at least at launch, as well as things like facial animations and dialogue, because that engine is better at shooting and action. So the action and the fighting in Mass Effect Andromeda, I think, was actually better than the combat in the original trilogy, right? Because the Frost engine's very good at that. The problem is it's not great when it comes to things like dialogue and other role-playing mechanics. Obviously, the Creation engine or the Gamebryo engine is good at RPG elements for the most part. It's not the most optimized or efficient when it comes to graphics and physics, which is why sometimes the Bethesda games don't look quite as good as some of their peers, but they're still decent enough in my opinion. But each engine has its own flavor. So you have the engine. This is very much a black box. You are not changing or modding engine stuff for the most part. Things like E and Bs and Reshader, they sort of inject into the graphics layer or the graphics DLLs, where you can get a bit better visual fidelity, mainly to do with lighting and some of the shading effects. That again is not editing the engine, that's just layering or getting into the middle of the sandwich between the engine and the actual graphics processing. Things like the script extender for these games now has a method for injecting DLL-based mods as well. Those tend to be quite efficient in their execution. However, they are highly dependent on exact game versions and things like the address library and the script extender versions for them. But you can get some cool functionality, but as soon as there's a game update, you have to wait for, at minimum, the script extender to be updated. And then sometimes the address library plugin to be updated. So far makes sense? How am I doing, Grizz?
Pretty good.
It make it sense so far?
It is. As always, I convert it into my brain talk, but yes.
That's good. All right. Next, assets. Textures, 3D models, voice files. Any other kind of graphical or visual things. That is what an asset is. So, there are lots of mods that change or improve the assets within a game. And you can change these to your heart's content. So this is where you might have higher resolution textures or different appearance of certain, meshes or gear. Very common in Skyrim to replace a lot of textures with higher fidelity, enable things like parallax effects, etc. That's done as a combination between assets and sort of graphical layer enhancements like E and B. But again, assets, yes. So the visual things you see in a game are assets, and there's that's what 3D modelers do, texture artists do, etc. Very safe to change this unless you have incompatible textures. That's very rare, but you can have texture clashes depending on if you change the mesh or the 3D model that doesn't fit with a particular texture. That's where you can have visual bugs and clashes, such as CBBE, or what's the other one? I can't remember what the other body type is called for Skyrim. If you don't have matching textures, it looks weird. You have, feet and leg textures all over the place, nipples in the wrong place, things like that, right? But generally speaking, asset mods are very easy, very safe. All it does is just swap out this texture, this model for something else. The only thing you risk there is if you just need to make sure the textures and the meshes match, and using your particular mod organizer, it should hopefully tell you if it clashes with another mod trying to do the same thing, or you just pick which one is the winner. Where it gets more dangerous and things to watch out for is things like forms and somewhat scripts. A form is what you've seen me doing all day today. This is a form. Forms are effectively metadata, or I guess items within a game. So let's look at a weapon, shall we? So, weapons. This is a form. It contains the relevant data that defines what this weapon looks like, what the targeting reticle looks like, what ammo it uses, what audio it uses, damage stats, firing information, what mods can be plugged onto the weapon inside the workbench in the game, things like that. This is a form. Making one change to that form marks it as being a changed form as a whole. If another mod wants to change something else in that form, you have a clash. Immediately, you have a clash. Whichever form loads last is the one that wins. We'll come back to that one in a second. Finally, there are scripts. This is different to engine code. Scripts are typically code that's written in some kind of scripting language that does certain actions or triggers things within your game. The engine has code as well, but that's more of a black box. You don't really modify that. That's very fast running, very efficient. Scripts tend to be slower, a bit like more like a Java or something, depending on the game. So the Bethesda games use Papyrus, which runs inside a VM, which is a bit like, when I say VM, it's not a full-on virtual machine. It's a bit like a JVM or a Java virtual machine. It's an abstracted, virtualized engine. It is not super fast in the Bethesda games. However, in games like The Witcher, using Red Engine or Cyberpunk, it actually is quite fast and efficient, and it's very powerful. You can do lots of stuff, including changing how certain interface things run and game mechanics run. So it depends on the game as to how that works, right? But this is separate. It has to connect to forms and the engine to do stuff. In the Bethesda games in particular, in Creation Engine, this is a bit slow. So games that are script heavy or rely on reaction from scripts, if you've got lots of mods using scripts, things can get delayed. And I discovered this earlier in my modding career, especially when I was making my weaponized junk mod, where I needed to try and have effects happen or react to on a script, and you can get some delays kicking in, like trying to slam someone down with a big chair. It might take a couple of seconds before the actual dude you're hitting gets knocked back, right? So this is why sometimes people frown upon certain scripts or mods being script heavy. There are other ways to do some of those features. More stuff done with forms is a lot more efficient in the lens of Skyrim, Fallout, and Starfield. But scripts are how you can achieve a bunch of stuff without obviously modifying the engine. You are limited to what the game lets you do. So, for example, in Skyrim, Fallout, and Starfield, there's only so many things you can interact and function with. That is why the script extender exists as an optional plugin that hijacks parts of memory and the engine to create more functionality. When I create my mods, I stick to within the vanilla limitations of the scripts. Part of the reason is I can't be bothered dealing with the game updating every now and again. My spicy brain loses interest in certain things once I've developed them enough as it is. But anything developed within this ecosystem will theoretically work no matter what game version. So this is why recently, with all these Starfield updates, my mods continue to work as they always have, because I'm not dependent on script extender functions. Now, is my headset still working?
I think so.
Yes, it is. No, it goes to sleep when there's no sound for a while, and I realize there's no sound playing at the moment because your game's paused. Thank you as well for the follow, Diesel Burner. That is an awesome name. Love me some diesel mechanics. Grew up on a farm. Real farm. Drive a diesel car today. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully this is making some sense. Sorry, what was that, Grizz?
Diesel's an ATS streamer as well.
Is he?
Yeah, watch some of his.
Wow. Oh man, that is... It is time for me to find...
Oh god, we've still got Streamception going on there.
Oh, we sure do. Diesel Burner. I followed you back, bro. Thank you very much. Oh, are you live at the moment too?
He's streaming Vito, streaming you, streaming Vito, streaming.
Oh no, sorry, I looked at the wrong person. I was looking at D-Swaggy Gamer. Diesel Burner, yeah, cool. All right, let's go back to Vito streaming me, streaming you. Streamception, good stuff. Excellent. All right. So Grizz, any questions on that? Bear in mind, right now you are representing all gamers who play these games. No pressure.
There's no easy way of knowing what things are going to conflict before you. Like for a normal person who's not going to pull apart a mod, there's no easy way.
There's a medium way, I guess, which we're going to demonstrate shortly.
Lovely.
So the short answer is kind of yes. Which brings me to my next thing. All right, I'm going to close the creation kit. I'm going to reload it, and we're going to do an example. We're going to do a live example around forms, because this is going to be the most crucial thing for users to understand, and mod authors who are new to also be conscious of with what they create. This might take a couple of minutes because I've just had to restart it. I'm going to use, I think I deleted my other temp mod. Yeah, I did. It's all right. We're going to create a new test mod. And I'm going to create a fake mod. I'm going to demonstrate how easy it is to break stuff. And I'm going to show you how you can identify it on PC at least. And then how it can be fixed as well. Anyway, thank you, Diesel Burner, and thank you, Grizz. Now, whilst that loads, let me go back to my notes here. What have we got? Forms, Rybash, loose files. Oh, that's right. Okay. Whilst we're waiting for the creation kit to load, loose files versus archives. So, with assets, now we're talking specifically about Bethesda games. Skyrim, Fallout 4, and actually, all... Oblivion, all the Fallouts, Skyrim, and Starfield. Same deal across the board. Anything with the Gamebryo, aka the creation engine. If you have a mod that uses what we call loose files, this is where, for example, I go into the data directory of Starfield. We're using that as an example right now. I've got textures. If someone comes in and overwrites, there you go. I've already got one installed. Cool. One of the mods I have installed changes some of the textures for Aquila to be more high definition. As a loose file, you just extract them to the correct path, and that's where they go. One advantage to this is you can more granularly see at a file level if there are mods trying to change the same file. This is where we're talking about just changing assets. Like, so textures, visuals is the most common use for this, right? So textures and meshes is, and sometimes sound is the way this is most relevant. Now I've loaded up Vortex. So Vortex will call out if you've got mods trying to change the same file. And that's where you have this rules thing where it says, all right, well, here's what clashes. Pick which one you want to use over the other. If you are using Mod Organizer 2, I should have an MO2 thing somewhere. It's simply based on the order of mods. If I go to my games folder, I should have something here. Oblivion, that's right. I used MO2 for Oblivion because I used a mod pack for that. I haven't touched Oblivion in quite a while. Apparently is it loading? Try again. Failed to load. Skip it. Just load it up. So when it comes to Mod Organizer 2, it is simply a matter of if this mod is lower down than that mod, then its files will win. Common question, Mod Organizer or Vortex? Either or, they're both good for different reasons. I have used both. I currently use Vortex because I think it's a bit easier for people to understand and use for the most part. However, Mod Organizer 2 lets you use mod lists produced through Wabberjack. If you are doing... no, don't ask again. If you are doing any kind of mod creation, Vortex is better because Vortex creates links to folders and stuff that are within the game, right? So as an example where I showed you this, Vortex will modify the directories and files in the game so you can see where they are. However, if I was to disable this mod, it'll just disappear. Mod Organizer 2 only links, or it sort of instances links to files and folders on launch. So if the game or the creation kit or the tool, insert tool here, is not launched from Mod Organizer, it won't get to see it. So if you're making mods, Vortex is typically better if you want to see some of your stuff or some other stuff in there as a base or as in comparison. But Mod Organizer 2 could be better because when you are making your own mod, it's a blank canvas and you only see vanilla things when you launch the creation kit. So there's no perfect answer to this, right? Personal taste. Right now, I'm more in favor of Vortex, but that is my personal preference. That is it. Okay, we are going to make a new mod. I need to, if I go, can I say save plugin? I can. AAA test plugin. All right, we have our new mod. So, we are talking about forms. If you look at a form, so this is where I got caught out, for example, in Skyrim. So a good example is where you cannot have two changes made. Oh, Grizz, just give me a voice check. Is my headset still working?
It is for me.
It is for me too. That's cool.
Lovely.
So what I didn't realize in my earlier... This is
every 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's it. Just a little heartbeat to keep the headset alive. So in Skyrim, maybe I should have opened the Skyrim creation kit, but anyway, where's the human race? Here we go. So in Skyrim, you've got multiple races. You've got elves, you know, different types of humans, etc. You make any change to anything on any of these tabs, the entire form for human race is changed. Marked as changed. If someone else in their mod does a different change, you have a clash because all of this is saved to one record. Now.
Nice.
So.
Good old overwrite type thing.
That's exactly it. So let's use some sticky notes as a comparison. So for example, mod 1 changes height equals 1.1. Let's just make it 10%. Taller. Cool. Talking about forms here. Hopefully this makes sense. Another mod adds racial skills. Both of those clash. They are modifying different parts of the same form. So for example, over here, or is it body data? Nope. Is it general? One of these has height. Saw it recently. Height. Which is actually scale, but anyway, we won't argue the point on semantics right now. You change this, it will clash with a different mod that wants to change combat data, move data, somewhere, spells. There you go. It's a different layout in this game compared to Skyrim. If I wanted to make it so humans have a different ability or elves have a different ability, you will clash. Enter Rybash. But before we get to Rybash, actually, where this most commonly comes into problems is leveled lists. Is it this one? No, that's leveled items. Oh, I never remember. No, it is. It is in here. Yeah, these are leveled lists, right? Yes, they are. I have made a new weapon. I want to add it so that the ecliptic dudes can have it. I edit this file. Ta-da! And now the ecliptic mercenaries will have my item sometimes. Great. Grizz wants to make a mod doing something similar. He edits that list as well. Only one. Only one can win, depending on the load order. Whatever is bottom in the order or later in the order is the one that wins, and that is the change that comes into effect. Similar to this here. Enter Rybash. This was born out of necessity in the Skyrim days, and I think it looks like I have opened the wrong browser. My apologies. It looks like they've updated for Skyrim. Sorry, for Starfield. Oh, someone's got a look at this. There's a Reddit post. What is Rybash? What does it do? I will summarize it for you once I get back to my proper diagram. Rybash looks at all of your plugins and goes, all right, well, this is the winner. This is loaded later, but there's also a clash here. Let's make a new plugin at the end. And it does this. It does both. So it wins. Rybash wins. You load it last in your load order, and it will make the same changes across all the other plugins to the same record. That's really cool if you're on PC. If you're on console, bad luck. Does that make sense, Grizz? How am I doing?
Pretty good.
So that makes sense to you?
It does. From
cool.
a high holistic point.
Yeah, well, that's the point, right? You're my sanity check to make sure I'm making sense. I'm relying on you to call me out if I don't make sense. Now, in today's day and age, Rybash theoretically should be needed less and less, because some of these things, like I want my orcs to be 5 or 10% taller. No one cares. Don't bother. Just fucking don't worry about it. It's not worth the effort because it clashes with any other kind of orc change. MKIceAndFire is one of the most legendary Skyrim modders. I've had the pleasure of chatting to them in the past for mod compatibilities between my stuff and their stuff, as well as I helped them identify a bug at one stage. But if we look at, I think it is, there's Ordinate. Now, what's the other one? Is it Morningstar? That's too vague. Skyrim. Minimalistic. So MKIceAndFire is an absolute legend to the point where there is like an Skyrim flavor of either mods or mod lists you can use, right? I really like how they do stuff. So this thing changes the racial abilities within Skyrim without generating any clashes with other racial mods. How does he do that? How do they do that? They don't actually change the races. They're changing the spells and abilities that are assigned to the races. Those abilities are only used by this race. So, for example, they would pick... Can I open that from here? Oh, I can. They would pick this, make some changes here. Now, it means it can't do as many changes, but it's very safe, very compatible. And that's what I tend to try and do with my stuff too, right? I would rather have things be more basic, but more compatible and more safe than more feature-rich, but will clash with everything. So that's why we are making the mod we've been creating in this session, is to make armor and weapon creation safer and easier by doing script-based leveled list injections. We are going to demonstrate something now too. Hang on, what other notes? I had some other notes here. I get a bit distracted. So we've got load order limitations. Oh, we've talked about some of that. We'll come back to these shortly. So Grizz, are you watching my stream right now?
I am indeed.
Alrighty. So one thing that, actually no, I won't give it away just yet. So Grizz, you are a system engineer by trade. Can you watch what I do here? And I would like you to tell me what I'm doing wrong. So I'm going to look at some stuff now. I'm exploring the creation kit. Like, oh, how does this weapon work? Oh, it's like that. Cool. Yep, that uses that ammunition. What model did it use? Oh, it uses that model. All right, cool. I can keep that in mind if I want to do something similar. I can tweak some damage here. That's where that's kept. Oh, okay, cool. I don't want to touch anything. That's fine. All right, let's just close that. How about this weapon? Oh, that's a heavy. Yeah, cool. Very good. We can see single firing. Got some flags. Got some. Oh, there is a. Oh, actually, I just learned something. There is a melee bash damage. That is fucking terrible. Bashing in Skyrim in Starfield is terrible. That's why I made a separate skill line for it in my skills mod. Anyway, you can see some stuff here. Cool. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Oh, we can change the weapon type, the ammo type. I'm not going to do that. Not going to change anything. That's fine. Good to know. Close that. What else have we got? Oh, I want to look at making a follower mod or something like that. Let's look at some of the, not races, although we could look at that. We're going to look at our actors. So this is where we create a specific actor. And we might want to, I don't know. Here's a security guard. Isn't it? Trident security. Why does he look like that? That looks weird. I don't know why that displays that way. Maybe I shouldn't look at that. Maybe we should look at crew or clips. Something from clips. Apparently not. But I know what we'll do. We will look at some armor. There is some Eclipse armor. I have spelt it wrong.
Yeah.
Ecliptic. That's what they call it. Cool. So here's the Ecliptic spacesuit. I currently have an issue with my creation kit not showing textures correctly. So it just looks like a pink mess at the moment, but that's fine. I wanted to look in here, see how this works. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Very good. That's where that works. Okay, cool. And then you can see the armor add-ons there. If I look at the backpack. Similar thing. All right, that's fine. And we go to the armor add-ons. So this is where armor add-ons are the visuals for armor pieces. So an armor links to armor add-ons. The armor has all the stats. The armor add-ons has all the models and textures and stuff. Cool. Anyway, very good. We've looked at that. Oh, I've got a star here, meaning I haven't saved something. I better save it. Grizz, can you spot what I did wrong through all of that?
No.
That is the point. All right, we are going to load up.
No.
So I didn't change anything, right?
No.
Should be safe, yeah?
It should be.
Oh, sweet child. Sweet child. We're going to load this up. We're going to look at Ecliptic. I have something to show you. And everyone. Especially new mod creators. This week, I have been helping a few mod creators learn the error of their ways. And if you don't know, you don't know. I had the same problem when I first started making mods years ago, right? And I was especially doing it wrong because I had no training and there was not enough info out there, and there still is not enough info out there. Xedit is fantastic. This is a tool that I've been using in my mod judgment streams. Frosty, you can sense the trick in the question. Oh, yes, and this is part of the fun, right? This is why we have a live captive audience. So, Grizz, we didn't change anything, right?
Not
Yes, we did. We've created...
Opening it has touched it.
Close. Let me try and not drag this out too much longer, but I will see. Grizz, watch what I do on screen. I know there's a 20-second delay. So I'm just going to open another weapon. Have some look through it. You are a systems engineer, in particular from a Windows background. Hopefully you will see the error of my ways. As I come down and my cursor approaches, I want to close this form. And I hit this button. And now we are flagged. I hit save. Oh, it's locked. Can't.
Yep.
Hitting, you're on it. That's it. Hitting OK in the creation kit. Only do that if you are intentionally making a change. Because just touching stuff in the creation kit, depending on the item, marks it as being changed. This is especially true for any kind of item. So weapons and armor, it does that. It doesn't seem to do it for global variables or form lists. So yeah.
Doesn't seem to pick up anything. They
yeah, dude, this is so fucking annoying. You have to click cancel. Click cancel if you're just looking at stuff. Because what happens is it marks as a change, and right now, check this out. Oh, that did not change what I thought it was going to. That's an armor add-on. Oh, maybe for armor it doesn't. It's not as dangerous. That's interesting. Oh, hang on. I want to demonstrate this a bit further. Let's see if I can get it to break it some more. All right, let's just save.
I'm always a cancel button. Anyway.
You have to be... It's so easy to break stuff in the creation kit. This is why you end up with what's called an ITM, or identical to master edit, where there's no actual changes, but because it's flagged as being a change, your mod marks it as being the same as the base game, and your mod will enforce it. Well, what's the risk if it's the same? Well, let's have a look shortly, shall we? Spacesuit Ecliptic. We click through some stuff here. That should... Ooh, interesting. Armor looks to be a safer thing. But if I do this... Does that kind of flag it? No, it doesn't. I do this. Now it's flagged as a change. Oh, hang on. Whoops. Whoopsie. I made a change. Hang on. Let me change it back. That was a 5. My bad. My bad. Sorry. I've set it back. All is safe, yeah? Fuck, no, it is not. Let's load this up again.
You don't need to delete the version, basically.
You have to, yeah. And there is an easy way to fix that too. We're going to load this up. Let's see. Let's see the danger we have just brought. Once this loads up. Give me the goods. I'm going to eat more snacks. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it's red. Red is bad, right? Sure is. Okay, so the first question, the first point I made before. Well, this is, theoretically, this would be all green, but there is actually something different. I'm not sure why this is being changed, and Xedit shows it slightly differently. I'm not going to dig into that right now. But if I've clicked on a weapon and closed it and marked it as a change, well, what's the danger? I haven't changed anything. This is all green. It would be green, but just showing the same item, but I've saved it in my mod. Well, actually, let me be annoying and ask Grizz, what is the danger here in my mod having flagged an override for this, but it's not making any dangerous changes? Why is this a problem, sir?
I'm going to go with the hash has changed for anti-cheating type stuff, but
nope.
I guess in games where they allow modding, that's less of an issue these days.
Yeah, so that's not a problem here.
Yeah.
My mod has changed this item, technically, but it's not made any actual changes, but my mod effectively enforces the default. My mod now enforces the default parameters.
Yeah, it's the old default is a non-defined value, and then a defined value of the same as default, is still a explicitly defined value.
Exactly. There's that old system engineering stuff kicking in. I love it. If another mod wants to change the Big Bang shotgun, depends on which mod is loaded last, that one will win. So if my mod is loaded last, but my mod is actually about making an ecliptic space helmet or another piece of armor, right? I've accidentally changed this, and my mod will break other mods that are trying to actually make a change here. So let's have a look at this.
A default to an explicitly defined value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So right here, this is why I picked on the ecliptic item. I have a mod installed called Ecliptic Merc Z. It is awesome. Zone 79 not only makes high quality armor mods, they know what they're doing when it comes to forms. This mod is specifically targeted to change the armor used by the Ecliptic mercenaries. And it's very good. I highly recommend it. My mod now clashes with it because of this problem here. I have changed this. He changes that. We have a clash. I don't want to change that. I didn't mean to change that. But it's enforced. So I've accidentally created a clash. So now if my mod loads after Zone 79's mod, if you were to play this with this enabled, you will not see his changes. You will not see the awesome armor parameters that they've put in place. All by accident. It is so easy to break stuff. When you are creating mods, only click OK for things you are intentionally changing. And you should never intentionally change anything that is in the base game unless that is the sole purpose of your mod. If you are intentionally changing something about the Ecliptic mercenary armor, fine. If you're adding new stuff, not fine. Do not change it. That goes for any parameter. So for example, some people do make mods to change how certain, shotgun damage works or whatever else. That's fine. They can change it. And if your mod is specifically trying to change a default part of the game, an actual mod, yeah, that makes sense. Fine. But only one can win unless you have compatibility scripted in, which can be sometimes impossible depending on what you're changing, or Rybash comes along to make a new patch at the end. I think that covers it for the time being, right? I think that's made that point. So, in our example, I've accidentally, in my test plugin here, created stuff that will clash. Anyone who wants to modify the Big Bang shotgun or the bridge or the A99 will clash with my mod. Whichever mod loads last will win. And that's it. This is how you accidentally break people's game and they don't even realize it. But it's not the end of the world. If you have done this in your plugin creation, this is how you fix it. Xedit used to be, well, for Fallout and Skyrim can actually undo this. It's a little bit clunky for Starfield, so I'm not going to recommend you do it this way or use Xedit to make changes for Starfield at this point in time. As that tool gets updated, it will become more feasible. But it's not that hard. All you do, you open your file, AAA test plugin, you click on the details and go, oh shit, hang on. No, I'm making new stuff. I'm making new items. I'm not trying to modify this. So we highlight the things we don't want to change. Hit the delete button. I think it has to be the delete button. The backspace might work, but anyway, you've got to hit the specific button. Do you want to mark it as ignored? Yes, I do. Now, when it loads up, just say OK. It will ignore those changes. When we then save a copy of the file, we will undo those things. And our mod is once again safe for people to use. But you need to understand as a user, if one mod changes the Bridger weapon or the Big Bang shotgun, you cannot use another mod that also modifies the Bridger or the Big Bang shotgun. It is that simple. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense to you, Grizz?
It does.
And that's just a limitation of the engine and the modding layers and how they work. Now, we'll go into some other stuff in a minute around just some of these, because I've touched on some of it already. And I'll just go back to making some more mods, and you can go back to playing some stuff, and I'll recommend some mods for you to install, Grizz. Yeah. Now, when you...
The Vortex working.
Oh, so you're going to go Vortex, are you? You're not going to go the in-game menu?
Is there a benefit one way or the other?
If you go through Vortex, you can load up stuff that uses the script extender, such as the achievement enabler.
Yeah, which will basically switch the enabler back on.
Yeah. If you download your mods from the Nexus instead of Bethesda's in-game menu, mod authors get credit for the download and can earn what we call DP, or download points. If you download a free mod from a mod author on Bethesda.net, the mod author doesn't get anything. Having said that, the DP system is very good, and it's fantastic. Thank you, Nexus. But it is fuck all. So across all of my mods over the last 10 years, I've accrued, I think, like 300,000 roughly DP. I've spent, I think I've spent it mostly just on my premium membership to Nexus mods. But it equates to about $300, roughly. Very roughly. Right? So it's better than nothing.
A lot of downloads as well.
I do have a fair amount of downloads for my Skyrim mods. And my Starfield stuff is growing. But this is why people who are like arguing about free mods versus paid mods, I've earned, I think, nearly $100 of donations over the last 10 years, because I started doing this in 2013, which is great. I'm very appreciative of. But I have spent so much time and effort across all of my mods to do it. And I do it because I like it, right? That's, you know, I did it without expecting payback, right? And I'm now focusing some of my more innovative stuff on paid mods, because it literally takes me weeks of effort, sometimes months of effort to produce this stuff. I'm still making free stuff too. And you can't hate on, well, in my opinion, obviously I'm biased, you can't hate on creators wanting to earn something for their effort. In my opinion, as long as they are also doing it to add value and to hopefully create still some cool free stuff for the community as well, because without your community, you have nothing. All right, so our plugin has loaded up now. Now, if I need to, I think I need to create some sort of trivial change in order to be able to send it. So I just say new, just go AA. I will just make a new thing, save. Cool. Now let's load up Xedit again.
Yeah,
let's see.
Both?
Pardon?
Can you run both, like internal?
Yes, you can.
Kit and Nexus?
Yes, yes, you can. Yes, it's very safe. So you can either download your stuff from Nexus or from the in-game, or both. Is it Aldo Paso? What are the ads from?
Paso,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's an Australian-only reference though. But anyway, yes, you can do both. No problems. If you just want to have it nice and simple and easy and use the in-game menu, then do that. There is no harm in that. I am all for making things easier for users. However, things like Nexus Mod, not Nexus Mod, that's the old name, Vortex or Mod Organizer 2 from the Nexus, you can use things like mod lists. And you can more directly have little contributions and donations back to mod authors. So here we go. I have edited the file, taken out the stuff I knew was conflicting, and here we go. We have no clashes with my test plugin here. I have no red lines for the armor. This mod intentionally, so Zone 79's mod intentionally modifies the ecliptic spacesuit stuff here, right? So this is all good. This is what this mod is designed to do. This is not an accident. So that's how we can check, and that's how we can fix it. But it is very easy to accidentally change stuff. As a mod author, please keep that in mind. Hit cancel unless you are trying to modify an item. Check your mod with Xedit and then remove any accidental edits you did not mean to do. Load order we have touched on already, but basically it's as simple as whatever is loaded last is a priority. If you think of your load order, it is a stack. Whatever is loaded last wins. If it's editing the same thing. If you're editing different stuff, then it doesn't matter. Starfield load orders should be pretty simple so far. Skyrim can be a lot more complex where you've got lots of stuff stacking in. My advice, especially for new people or people only wanting to do little bits of modding, is just don't mod the shit out of everything. Choose one racial mod. Choose one racial mod. Choose one, I don't know, destruction spell mod that changes the existing stuff. Choose as many as you like additional destruction spell mods where they're making new spells or new gear, because you're not clashing. That's the key. Limitations. So, mods cannot do anything. They can't do whatever you like. It is not that simple. You are limited to the native functions depending on how you implement it. My mods use only native forms and native scripts. I don't do script extender stuff. I don't have the energy, the time, and in some instances I don't quite have the skill to do it either, right? So I don't do that. Certain things can only be edited outside of the creation kit. Now this line here, this note is actually not quite true anymore because I figured out how to change some of that. So can I do a strike through? Maybe I'll just do a delete there. What are you doing, Grizz? I can hear something interesting going on.
I made a mistake and I have started.
Are you in the simulator?
No, I had to join something in order to do that.
You're actually flying and fighting dudes. Nice.
It seems so. They are a lot stronger than me, and I haven't quite figured out how I do the ship stuff yet.
No, that's all right. All good. So yeah, there are limitations as to what mods can do. There's theoretically limitations as to what mods should do as well. Assets, there's no real limits. Scripts, there are very much limits. Forms, there are some limits as to what you can do. Script extender and DLL plugins do more, but then every time the game is updated, they are broken until the extender tools are updated. Uninstalling stuff. Can I uninstall stuff? Yes, sometimes, depending on the mod. Read, please, read the uninstallation instructions before you install a mod, in case you don't like it. Not all mods can be uninstalled. Many can. You just, if it's an item mod, you'll need to make sure you're not wearing it. Ideally, you'll make sure it's not in your inventory either. Just drop it on the ground and then leave the area. That's the ideal. Some gear mods still cannot be uninstalled safely once it's installed, in which case you need to revert back to a previous save. Please read the notes before you install a mod. When you do install a mod, test it and check it first before you continue your playthrough. So many people continue for 10, 20, 30 hours to then later realize either I don't want this mod or this mod has broken something for me.
Why are you bothering to...
Most mods can also be installed mid-playthrough, but it does depend on what they do. Again, read the instructions. Anyone who tells you all mods or no mods can be uninstalled partway through, or all mods need to be installed before a new playthrough, is either lying or they don't know what they're talking about. In which case, both instances, don't listen to them. Many mods can be. Some cannot. And then we get to the topic of the creation engine. Some people rip on the creation engine. And that's somewhat fair. It can be buggy, there can be issues with it. And then people rip on Bethesda. Why is Bethesda still using the creation engine? Why don't they use Unreal? Well, it's like I mentioned earlier, right? The Frost engine for Mass Effect Andromeda. That's a combat action engine. It's very good, very optimized, very fast. Can be a bit buggy and glitchy, and it's an absolute pain in the ass for doing RPG elements, apparently. Creation engine is designed from the ground up to be an RPG sort of focused engine. It's easily accessible to add and create, add or modify forms, to modify RPG mechanics, and it is exceptionally well built for just adding new content to the game. Simply having an additional plugin file in your data directory and having that plugin listed in the plugins text file, bam, new content in the game. Very easy, very straightforward. In fact, the Red engine for The Witcher and what was it, Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk, I think took some lesson learned as to how you can then load additional things in, right? It does very well. It's also a very good entry level if you wanted to get started in modding. It's kind of cool. It's a lot easier to create new things and have them load up for the game. It's not as optimized as some of the other engines, right? The Havoc physics is okay, but some of the graphics can get a bit funky, depending on how the meshes and stuff are rendered. And even Starfield was, when it first released, not optimized and did not have NVIDIA DLSS enabled, but it does now. And in particular, scripting stuff can be problematic in the creation engine because it runs within a VM or a virtual machine kind of environment, a bit like how Java does. It's very abstracted, so it doesn't run as fast or efficiently, and it can get overloaded if there's too many things trying to trigger at once. In which case, it will just bomb. It'll just drop out. It'll just stop running or executing, right? That's one of the downsides to script-heavy functions within Starfield, Fallout, or Skyrim, and Oblivion. When it comes to mod organizers, I touched on this earlier. Vortex is fine. Mod Organizer 2 is fine. And in-game creation menu, also fine. These two can play together nicely. Mod Organizer 2, I don't know how well it plays with the in-game stuff as well. I think it's okay because if the game has something enabled, it will still respect it. I just haven't dabbled with it specifically. But they're all fine. Pick one. I recommend Vortex, generally speaking, for newcomers and people doing light mod lists. If you're doing heavy modding, Mod Organizer 2 can be good. Both of them let you set up profiles. Both of them no longer edit the game directly, the game folder directly. They create links. So they artificially insert links in, so you can just disable the profile or remove the profile, and it will reset it back to vanilla. Like I said earlier, pardon?
That seems handy.
Yeah, they're both pretty good. I kind of like Vortex a bit more at the moment. I like some of the fidelity you can get with loose files. You can choose which one overrides which. Until you get into a circular dependency thing, that can be annoying, whereas Mod Organizer 2 is a bit more straightforward for that. But MO2 is good for using Wabberjack. Vortex now supports the Nexus mod list stuff too. They're all good for different reasons. There's no right or wrong. Downloading free mods from Nexus gets a little bit more benefit for the mod author, but don't feel obliged. It's not that big of a difference. How'd I do, Grizz? Does that make sense? Am I sort of educated on that?
It does. No real, yeah.
I'm sure later on I'll think I missed something. I'm like, oh, I should have mentioned this. Anyway, let's go back to
as long as I can get your jetpack mod, I'll be happy.
Well, there's lots of ways to do that. So you've got Vortex loaded up now, have you?
Yeah, I think I really only got Vortex to get the script extender in if I want to do the achievements. Because I do love me some badges.
Yeah, well, who doesn't? So you've got SFSE installed, have you? For Starfield, it's even easier. You can just install it with Vortex. So I don't know if you can for Skyrim now, but originally you couldn't do this. You had to do the script extender manually. That's the other thing too. Whilst we're talking about that shit, do not, unless you are an expert and you know what you are doing, it is fucking stupid to manually install mods, as in download the zip file, extract it to your game folder, and have the mods enabled that way. Because there's no tracking of the files, there's no tracking of clashes, and if you want to remove it, well, you have to know exactly which files were unpacked, and there can be hundreds. Don't do that. That is dumb. If you are a mod creator or a mod author and you want certain files there for either for reference or as a dependency, use Vortex. You can easily load the creation kit up with Vortex having that managed the installation for you. Like I say, unless you are specifically knowing what you're doing as an expert, not as a beginner or a new game modding, do not install mods manually. Myself, nor many other mod authors will help you if it goes tits up, because that's a stupid choice to make. You don't know? Now you know. If you don't know, you don't know, right? You're not stupid if you don't know. I'm telling you now, don't do that. That is bad. Please don't do that. Secondly, yeah, just read the stuff on the mod description. That will fix it. And I still will never understand why people will ask a question in a post or ask a question on a YouTube video and the answers are already in the description or in the video. What do you think's going to happen? Oh, dude, it's ridiculous. Someone will ask, it's happened to me so many times. It's happened. I laughed so much. So Inquisitor, right? Inquisitor Overhauls is a new person. I feel like Senator Palpatine, right? He's like, oh, we'll watch your career with great interest or something, right? They very much remind me of me. They've been doing lots when I first started. They've learnt a lot. They've come a long way. And even they have now complained on Reddit at one stage, going, do you not read? Why are you asking questions for stuff that's there? Because we're not going to see that question for multiple days. If we respond, it's multiple days later. Sometimes we're just not going to respond because it's already answered. What do you think is going to happen? Why are people asking a question that is already there? Like, are you willing to wait a couple of weeks to maybe get an answer instead of just spending 5 minutes reading? I don't understand it. And it happens to all mod authors. So many users do this. I don't get it. It is mind-boggling and hella frustrating. But it's kind of funny. But
read the manual.
That our stocks are currently being maintained at 90% or
but sometimes they're basic questions, and people just ask a question like, "Cool, you know the answer's already there." And in my case, I usually make videos. You just got to watch the video if you want. You don't want to read. My videos are only a few minutes long. Don't get it.
Frustrates.
All right, Grizz. So mod time for you.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Do I need to? So let's download the via the inbuilt creation.
You want to do it? Do you want? Actually, you can do that too. So you could use Vortex just for the achievement enabler, and you could do all your other mods via the in-game menu. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. So I've got the script extender.
Did you launch the game via Vortex?
No.
All right. Good point. Excellent point, Grizz. Please exit and show us your screen, sir. I will even full screen you right now, even though it's going to be a little bit blocky. Let's get to Vortex. So.
Let's drop down to here.
Oh, it doesn't show it. Sorry. I'll show it on my screen. No, it's all right. I'll show it on my screen. I can do this. I can do this.
Oh, because I was sharing just the...
Yeah, just the game. That's all right. That's all right. Don't worry.
That's right.
Here is my point. if you have... I have the script extender installed, which is just a bunch of files that it loads into your Starfield directory. For it to work, you must launch the game. I need to sneeze. You must launch the game using said script extender. Why can I not see it here? There it is. SFSE loader. If you do not launch the game using the script extender is not active. So you either launch the game from here, or a better option is to launch it straight from your mod organizer tool. If that's Vortex, by default, it will launch it if it detects it. Same with mod organizer 2. How do I need to remember how we get to here? Here we go, dashboard. So it detects the script extender is installed. So if I was to click on this or this, it will launch the game with the script extender and all of its functionality. If you launch it straight from Steam, you're not getting the script extender. You do not get its functionality. Any mods that require it will not have that functionality. Some mods will break as a result, depending on how much they require the extender. So Grizz, if you want the extender, oh, and have you installed Baka's achievement enabler?
No, I was having a look through. I wasn't sure which one it was.
Yep, I can show you.
No, that's a different one. There was a couple of achievement enablers that I saw there.
Is there? I know of Baka's one. So Baka has been a really good contributor to the whole community since launch. I haven't tested any others, so I can't speak on behalf of any others. Oh, wait, stupid fucking thing.
There we go. Cool.
So install that one. I believe it has direct support. Yep. If you're using a mod organizer of some kind, always use the mod manager download. So much easier. Then you can even use features like, hey, as this one, I can say check for updates. Is there an update? Which there might actually be, actually. For me, because I don't think I've updated my script extender since the latest patch. And look at that! There is. Oh, for address library there is. Interesting. Go to the mod page for this one. Just install it this way, just to be safe. Oh, I must be logged in. Apparently I'm not logged in.
Yeah, rookie mistake.
Oh, eventually, it does eventually time out on Nexus. All right, start download, please. Vortex will pull it down. And it might prompt me to say there's already one there. It does. 0210, 029, so I'm going to uninstall this older version. Some mods will do an in-place upgrade. Sometimes they will be, you need to choose the file and you have to therefore manually uninstall the old version. All right, how'd you go, Grizz?
I have those 3 mods now. So the script extender, Baka's achievement, and the address library required for that one.
Sweet. So if you launch from Vortex using this magical button up here, or this magical button here, it should work.
Hit the magic launch.
Now, one thing I'm yet to determine is whether this also disables some of the cool new smarts that they've implemented into mod tracking in the game. Because if you have mods installed and the load order configured, it actually saves that into your game file. So if you were to load that up on a new machine, it'd go, hey, you're missing some mods. Do you want me to just put them in from the creation menu, or the order's changed? Do you want me to fix it? And you can say yes. It's actually really handy for players to help protect themselves from breaking their own game.
Nice.
Can be really annoying if you're trying to do things specifically and it keeps trying to protect you from yourself. Bit of a mixed bag.
All right, so downloading mods via the creation kit.
All right, hang on. Where is my... do you need to rebroadcast?
I thought I did via Discord.
Can't see it. Can't see your game.
Maybe I'm only streaming the live voice chat.
Yeah, that's right. Hang on, hang on. I might have... No, I'm good. I'm good. I can see your stuff. I had to toggle to your new stream.
Ah, cool.
All right. If you want my stuff, there is a search button.
Ah, yes.
If you just type in Shade, it should show my free stuff. Oh, someone has made a patch for one of mine. Cool. So, well, obviously I'm biased. I'm just going to say get all of my mods, but the boost pack one you want is going to be the simple dynamic boost packs, which is down a couple. Yep.
Ah, here we go.
Yeah. So that one, that's a paid one. That adds new boost pack types. It's very safe because it just creates new stuff. The simple one modifies existing boost pack types. Now, if you wish to remove it, you must unequip your boost pack first, save your game, uninstall the mod, then load your game. You don't have to buy that one, man, if you don't want to.
I've got some credits.
You do have some credits. Just as a heads up to you. Oh yeah, the Mark. You'll need boost pack, or is it Space Suit Research 1 before you can actually install it into your boost pack.
Okay.
So there's 3 ranks, 1, 2, and 3. You need to have research unlocked for each to get each level. But the changes they make are stronger than the free one. It's up to you. Big Vito! No worries, dude. Bedtime for you. That is very fair. Thanks for coming to hang out with us, man. Really appreciate you sticking around after you've raided too. That is never at all a requirement, but we love having you come along. So thanks for hanging out with us, dude. Really appreciate it.
This is the decent looting where they stop being fully suited, isn't it?
It is. I still want to make some tweaks to that because it's still not as awesome as I'd like it to be. But because it's made with vanilla function calls, it works through any game update. There are a couple other mods that do similar, and I think Bacca's got one as well. His also is safe, like it will work through game updates. But when you loot the item, they don't look any different, so they're still wearing it, right?
Yeah.
And his does it by changing a certain parameter for percentage of dropping a duplicate. There's another one which uses the script extender. That works. I think it probably works again, but I don't know. It depends on the state of that mod and the script extender. Vito, thank you very much for everything you do, man. You are too generous. You are too generous in what you do for us. I am unworthy. We're unworthy of your presence. But thank you very much, my guy. Means you're gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go raid your stream at some stage and throw some gifted subs around. I'll get you back. Don't worry, I'll get you. So did you install them, Grizz? All worked okay?
I believe so.
Yeah. So you got to wait. So one of the things that's a bit dumb in this game is when you install creations, it's like, hey, we need to reload the engine. Like, okay, cool, go do that. And the only indicator you have that has done it is by listening to the sound when it first restarts the game.
Oh,
yeah, like that charm sound that it makes when the Bethesda logo shows. Yeah, that's the only indication you get.
We're gonna have to work on that one. That'd be frustrating.
So the new skills. Oh, you'll want my takedowns mod as well.
Is that the non-lethal one?
Well, it does lethal as well. So it does non-lethal to knock them out, but also it will enable you to one-shot them when you sneak up on them lethally. You just have to power attack with a melee weapon, including fists.
Do that normally?
No, it does not. The game does not. The game will only... you'll do a power attack, right? And you'll get a sneak bonus. That's nice.
Yep.
But it won't one-shot them.
So far, I've only ever one-shot them.
Oh, you've been lucky then.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been lucky. My mod ensures it.
Gotcha.
Anyway, Grizz, for all those watching, Grizz is kind of semi-obliged to use my mods because I actually need to get him to do testing stuff. That's part of the real-life discussions we have when it comes to mods.
I'm a test bunny.
Yeah, you are. All right, I'm going to get back to doing my mod template. So I need to do armor mod drops or spawns and vendors. So we need a new
If you don't mind a bit of a wait.
armor.
Welcome to UC District. I hope we have what you need.
Available. Oh, well, this should also say selected vendors. We will reorganize this. So where are you at the moment? You're at the vendor, are you? Selling some of your junk.
Yeah. Because I think when I stole my last ship, it's got a small...
cargo hold?
Tiny cargo hold. So somehow it's over.
Yeah.
So I either need to sell a bunch of stuff or...
Oh, there's also another tip too. You know when you steal a ship, you have to register it before you can sell it or modify it. It is...
I haven't registered anything yet, but...
Yeah, so you can see on your screen it says register. Like if you were wanting to sell this ship, you can't. If you wanted to edit this ship, you can't. You must register it first.
Okay.
It is cheaper. I'm assuming this is still the case. I haven't checked, but in case it's changed in recent updates. But it is cheaper for you to just register it from your own ship's menu rather than from the ship technician menu by talking to him.
So
which is weird.
This way, basically.
Yeah. And so they've put registration in as a way to balance the game, so you can't just make millions of dollars just by stealing and selling ships. So you registered that for $4,000, you can probably sell it for like 6 or something.
Okay, so you can slowly...
So you get a little profit, not lots of profit.
Gotcha.
Which I'm okay with. I understand the reason behind that mechanic. Yeah, change this.
4490. Let's have a chat to... Where'd that go again?
I need to change this. Oh, it does not have conditions. Paste. Armor vendor injection. Here we go.
Yeah, it seems to be the same price if I speak to that guy.
Okay, maybe they changed it. What happens if you are on your ship when you do it? They may have changed it. Like I said, I haven't checked this for a few months.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that boost. Oh, hang on. What mod did you install? The simple one.
No, the paid one. The big one.
Yeah, the paid one's not going to do anything until you install it. Did you put the free one on as well? The simple one? Ah, that one will change your existing boot pack. But you'll need to unequip and re-equip it for it to take effect. Don't feel obliged right now.
This one?
Yeah. So that one, you have to install the Mark 1, 2, or 3 at a spacesuit workbench.
Don't have the super level yet.
Yeah, and there's a configuration slate you can use as well. It's funny though, you had 100 credits to spare. So did I. I don't know where it came from.
Give you a freebie?
I've had it for ages. Maybe I bought some credits once upon a time.
From Bethesda.
Yeah, I must have bought some. Or maybe they had a promo, but I must have bought some a while ago. I don't know. Is that? Yep. Okay, now we are going to
get all this stuff I can sell.
additional buttons. Yeah. Let's grab it. Let's chuck it in here.
Cargo hold needs to be shared across ships, does it?
Pardon?
The cargo hold and stuff is shared across all your ships.
It transfers. So if you change which your home ship is, it's all moved. So also you can exploit that if you want to. So if you have a big ship with a massive cargo hold and you fill it up, and then you change your home ship to be a small ship with fuck all storage, it will transfer it all, and that ship will just be over capacity, but everything will work. It just means you can't put anything new in there until you get below the limit.
That must have been what's happened to me here. I must have transferred to this home ship from...
could have, yeah.
One of these with like 450 capacity, and then this little follow here with 200.
Yes, it'll transfer when you make it your home. Yep.
So I should make one of these ships my home and go from there.
Yep. I have to say the ship builder in this game is pretty good. I like it. It's fun. Because I tend to treat my ship as my home, so I don't really care about home or outpost building, because my ship is my home, but you can customize it a lot. One of the things that shits me, though, is the way that the game will render doors. So it will try and render or enable the minimum number of doors required for all the habs to link together. And it can turn your ship into a rabbit warren, meaning there's only one way to get to a specific module, even if they're right next to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the reason is they've tried to make it simple, but also they've tried to keep things seeming immersive, because if you're in a particular module and there's no door, well, there's more decorations and stuff in there and it looks cool. If there's a door there, it takes a bunch of that out to put a door in. I prefer my ships to be more open plan living so we can get around. There is a mod that lets you manually place doors, but it means you have to dick around a lot more in placing your doors. I wish the game had that by default, or would just open every door by default.
Yeah.
That's my wish, but, you know, what do I know? Because I hate rabbit warren ships. Fuck, it's so bad. Sorry?
I was going to say, the only way to go change ships is to do it via a space dock, isn't it?
Yes. You can also build one at your outpost if you have an outpost.
No, I haven't done that yet either.
Yeah, the other thing that's annoying is certain ship components are level gated. So even if you have the money, they just won't show up until you're a certain level. That's annoying and dumb, I think. There are some ship components that are unlocked via quest progression, such as through the UC Vanguard. That makes some sense, theoretically, but it's just kind of annoying in the end. If you use your a ship builder at your outpost, it will have all available stuff unlocked to you because, oh, that's the other thing. Ship technicians or ship vendors are limited to or restricted based on their location. So this guy will have a certain set of modules, whereas another guy at one of the other shipyards might have some different stuff.
There you go.
Makes sense from a lore and immersion perspective, but at the end of the day, it's just fucking annoying. Because you got to like build your ship here, fly over there, waste some money to then change some ship bits. But there's some mods that unlock all of that. But you need a lot more money before you can make a really good ship anyway.
That's right.
Plus, you want to lever your piloting skills.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk right here for you. Sure, have at it.
There we go. I've now got cargo capacity again. Swap out my ship.
Alright, we are making... I need to remember what I was doing, because we went on one hell of a detour when we were talking about how mods work. So, this has... up to 8, so it's 9 buttons in total. 9! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is also gonna...
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Return. Yay.
Just check out the Trade Authority kiosk. Okay, no problem.
But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about customizing your ship yet. Steal and sell some ships, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, just sell it. Oh yeah, we were meant to check what the cost was if you were inside the ship and you hit the register button. Was it any less?
Yeah, same.
They might have changed it.
Yeah.
I am out of date on that.
Yeah, that's all good.
I'm sure you can find something.
Really, let's make that larger. Whoop. We will set it to not armor, but armor. Get out of the way. Endo. This is going to be a 0. Hey. Weapon. And 0. 7 is going to be vendors. The question to you, Grizz, are you enjoying the game so far?
So far seems very fun, yeah.
Is it what you expected?
Skyrim in space, yes.
I don't reckon it's quite Skyrim in space, to be honest.
Fallout-y type thing.
Yeah, it's getting... Look...
Big open world, poor...
I think a good way to think of it is it's not a space game. It's an RPG type game that just happens to be set in space.
Yeah, which is the same as different lands or different towns, different regions in other things. Yeah.
It'll continue to grow and evolve with updates from Bethesda, but also from mod authors, right? I think in a couple of years, this will be very rich and a very good experience with a combination of verified creator mods, a few free mods. So many free mods just either do Star Wars or cheat menu stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, you're straight into the combats, huh?
I thought I'd fly across to this thing, and I didn't realize that I was going to have somebody to fly it straight away.
Yeah, he's level 14. You can grav jump away if you need to. Let me show you.
That's right. We'll see if I die or not.
Cool. You know that you've also got different weapons to shoot, so you've got... Yeah, you're on it. You got it. One thing you can do is just have 1 bar of power to your grav drive and redirect power to all of your combat type of systems. And eventually you will have targeting unlocked when you put skill points into that, and that can be very handy as well. Alright, so that appears to be all good. So that's the menu done. We need to add that script. Oh, we need to compile it first. Compile the script. Config slate. Compile. And in here. In here we go. No, that's not where it goes. That's the menu. It goes on the slate, the book. The book. Okay. Just add a filter. Yeah. Enable armor level list injection. Enable vendor. Armor vendor injection. Weapon level list injection. Or weapon vendor injection. Level list expel. It's that one. Sweet. Because that spell. So when this is red, we're going to say show the config menu. And after the menu's been run, say wait like 2 seconds. Then execute the spell that will make the changes. Looks to be good. Alright, so finally I think we need a quest mode. Sorry, a quest, a new quest. Oh, I need to create a script first. Do I have any existing ones I can steal? Don't think I do. Shade. What was one I did? Skill points for XP. There we go. Choose this as a base. Oh, you're in 0G. Did you board something, did you? Or you're on a mission?
Oh, look at that. If I drop my mic, you can hear me. Boarded a ship that I found.
Cool. The 0G stuff is pretty cool. It's actually, I think, really well implemented.
Oh, yeah.
In the game. It's very natural, right?
Picks up and down.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, it's not... You don't encounter it very often in the game. I've heard rumors that suggest that the team developing this feature as part of the engine updates were very separate from the level designers and quest development teams, and they did not know that this was here, so it's very rarely implemented in the game. How true that is, I don't know. But from what I've seen... Tracks, yeah. Pardon? Oh, you looted some stuff. Hey, there you go. Yeah, now you can get lots of shit very quickly. What I want to implement, though, right, is a feature, and I've got some ideas about how I could do it, where if you kill someone by shooting through their armor, when you loot them, their armor is not actually usable. It's broken, especially considering it's a spacesuit.
Yeah.
But right now, it is a fully working armor, yeah. Yeah, and that... Oh yeah, that strips... If you wanted, there's a loot all button as well you can push. It'll just loot everything off of them in one hit. I know how much of a loot goblin you are. You can just hit the one button, that'll just loot everything. Which in your case is left... Yep, there you go. Right, what do we want to do here? This is going to be... What is this one? There's math, not rand, no utility. Utility dot random float. It was.
I wonder how long this wreck has been drifting through space.
Random float min x. Let's put this function in. If min, so it's going to be between 5 and 15 seconds. Then I will cast this spell. And it is going to add the... We need to add the book to the inventory. Book property. Say player dot no game dot get player dot add item. All those books, brah. Cast the spell to inject it into the list. Sounds good. Let's compile that. Refresh. So is this part of a mission you're doing, Grizz, or you just stumbled across it?
I just stumbled upon it, yeah. I was,
Oh, nice.
Well, there was a mission on the planet that I flew to, and then this was after I shot the other guys.
Yep.
I was just sitting there, I saw that there was a dock option, and went, I wonder what that means.
Yep. Some of the random encounters are pretty cool. And there's a whole bunch of them. And it's only going to get better as more are added in.
Yeah. Just random gravity kicking in and out. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, annoyingly, that's controlled at a cell level. I've been trying to find a way where I can enable just the player to have 0G for doing, like, boost pack stuff. Not possible from what I found. It's done at the whole cell level as part of the physics engine, I think. Lame. Alright, new quest. New quest ID is template. What do we want to call it? Just call it template quest, I guess. That for the time being. Start enabled, run once. Yep. Save. Yep.
Might as well take what we can.
Hang on, I forgot I had that one open from before. There we go. Alright, let's add the script in. Here we go. Temp quest script. Leveled list injection spell is... And our... Is that one? Oh yeah. There we go. And we are approaching the end of our stream time. There you go. I thought I'd get time to do 2 mods, or at least do one and then work on another one. Apparently not. Apparently the mods take longer. They always take longer than you expect. Pardon?
There's a bit of distraction in there as well.
Yeah. I keep watching your screen too. If you like sneaking up on peeps, for melee attacks, your next skill point you might want to put on takedowns from my mod.
That becomes a additional tree.
Yeah, if you were to open the skill menu now, you'll see it floating in there. Is on the physical tree, I think. Yep, on the second. Oh, that's right. It's an advanced skill. Yeah, it's on the second line on the right. You need 3 more points spent before you can unlock it.
Gotcha.
I forgot I put it there. Did you get my skills mod as well, or just the takedowns one?
I think I just got the takedowns one.
Yeah, that's right. Others will show up if you install them. No obligation at this stage.
I'll look at them. I do love the special throwbacks.
Yeah. I find some of the skill progression unlocks a little bit annoying in this, but overall, not too bad. There are mods that disable, you know, what you must do to unlock the skills. But I don't mind it. I think it's at least something new, something fresh.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Alright, I believe I have finished this template mod. I'll need to do some testing and then maybe make an example. And then publish all of the above. But I might need to do that on a different day. So I am now feeling tired. Script. Okay. But yeah, Starfield I think is actually a decent game, right? As long as you take the right mentality towards it. Firstly, that it is still evolving and maturing. both with Bethesda updates, free mods, and paid mods. There's a bunch of shitty mods coming along, and that's where you just got to be careful and try and learn from what we've talked about earlier. But it's a great opportunity for new modders to get the hang of it, so I'm hoping that I can help new mod authors learn and get better at what they're doing. But the game will continue to evolve. It's very well set up for lots of additional content, so I think I'm expecting that Bethesda themselves will do like at least one expansion pack per year for the next few years, and then there's all the creator stuff as well. And the universe and the spaces are very well set up for it, so I think it's got some potential. But it's also just kind of fun, right? It's a very steady-paced exploration, fight some stuff, just do your thing. There's no fast route through it. There's no point trying to rush through it. You are your own character.
Yeah. As well.
Yeah, me too. And this is kind of, you know, the slow and steady pace of Skyrim very much fits in here. Fallout has some of those elements as well, but I think this game has a bit more of the steady-paced stuff, generally speaking. But it is fun. It is fun. I think we shall finish up here. I will probably record a separate video in order to demonstrate the use of my gear template mod. I'll test it first, obviously. Then in the next week or so, I hope to have them uploaded. And then I'll try advertising it and pushing it around a bit more. Because there's some mod authors who really know what they're doing already, like Zone 79. Any of Zone 79 stuff, just install it. They look amazing. They're very safely implemented. Some newcomers to modding are still learning, so I hope some of the tutorial stuff we talked about earlier makes their way to them. Because there's still not enough ways to access this kind of information. The wikis are not fully set up yet. The YouTube tutorial videos are still slowly coming out. There's just so much to cover, right? Hoping to help it, all right? I really care about players having a good experience and not ruining their own game through the use of more amateur kind of mods, right? And my mods, when I first started making mods for Skyrim, were also amateur and carried little bits of risks as well, right? Because I just didn't know. Now I know. Now I'm trying to help others.
This engineering section is completely unstable. The power is fluctuating badly.
Watching you play makes me want to just go and play for a bit too. But I'm in my playthrough. I'm in the sort of the zone of working through multiple new game pluses. Oh, wow, you're super effective with melee right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Yeah, they really did buff it. In vanilla launch, it was quite terrible, but they've updated in the last... Yeah, they've improved it in the last... it was either the May or the June patch. But also, you're early in the game too, so it might start fading at some stage, but... Doesn't matter. If it works, it works.
Exactly. Right now, it seems awesome.
Well, as you progress through your melee approach, as we always chat in real life anyway, but I would be very interested to hear some suggestions on how to make it better. Therefore, how I can make it better. Yeah. Anyway, cool. I'm a bit knackered after all of that today. That's lots of talking. We've made my template mod. I will publish that or I'll test it. I'll do some videos on how to use it. And I will publish it for anyone to plagiarize as they wish in the next week or two. But that might do me for now. Pardon?
Take it, enhance it, and make it awesome.
Yeah, take it, use it for your armor mods. If you know what you're doing, you don't need it. That's fair. if you don't know how some of this works and you just want to be a good armor or weapon creator, that's fine too. It's fine. Take it. You can sell it. You can use it to sell to do paid mods as well. I don't care. Just make sure it's safe for players. This template will help achieve that. All right. Thank you to everyone who's come along to hang out today. I know that it's been an unusual thing as we're just sort of watching me click through forms and demonstrate stuff in the creation kit. At least we've had Grizz's gameplay in the background and some other chats about the game itself. Starfield is a slow-paced game. I am unlikely to stream real gameplay at the moment, but I am likely to do some more mod advising at some stage, because there's still a lot to be learnt there, I think. And I have chatted to a couple of mod authors recently and showed them how to improve the issues I found with their mod, so that's really promising too. So there's lots of learning happening. This space is going to get better and better. But thank you for your patience in hanging out today. Like I say, I know it's a little bit different to what we normally do. It's very slow paced. It's very unusual. In this coming week, we will be doing more Horizon Forbidden West. We probably won't do our Monday session, but Tuesday onwards we will. I'm very excited to get back into the swing of that. I will continue some of my mod creation stuff in the background. I think there's some cool stuff to come. And Grizz, you are going to be my test bunny. Whoop! Or some of it at least. And it's going to be good. It's going to be good, hopefully. Anyway, enough rambling for me. Thank you, Midnight Tabby. Thank you, Frosty, Big Vito, all the raiders and chatters who've come along tonight. Stick around for a few minutes. Let's go and find someone else that we can raid on Twitch. Let's pass on the energy and the gift of raiding. Share the love indeed. And we shall hang out again very soon. Feel free to give me some feedback and suggestions amongst our Discord channels. I'd love to hear what you think, what you want to see, what you don't want to see. Anyway, let's see who's on. Let's raid someone. Anyway, in the meantime, this has been nerdedness. I've been Shade. In the background somewhere has been Grizz, and you have and you have all been awesome. We'll hang out again very soon.